ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯗꯤ ꯄꯤꯛ ꯊꯝꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯣꯕꯤꯜ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕꯤꯔꯣ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯄꯥꯏ
ꯍꯩꯔꯣꯏ ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯕꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ
Means tar piracy. Means tar.
The hunt begins.
Please pick a hero.
Assassin by the way.
Man.
Kay pa ano?
Ling lo kholo.
Lingga kay ka.
Lingga Matilda lo sila.
Ako yung gise.
Yay.
Me sama Aurora.
Aurora ko ay me Sicilian ang pa kan
My blade strikes like a splitting wind.
Ruby ga Aurora ga pangadi pagadi nung kaya ka ay kanoda lingda katang iya na yun.
Always on the way.
Ko lingga am hay bani ma Jackson.
PHP that so
ba mali wo mi hojik khangde
so no mobility wang me nung pa ya
clean pa na mali mi
ko mi sto
clean je ali am kali ne sense.
Now a Kai enters the scene.
Hope will find a way.
Even
when all is forlorn.
Aurora by one CC.
If kana tan ka to
CC ba aro position si one ni Ruby dar yip to yaro live ne sense liga do ko CC pakta atu jo yaro CC to ba
EXP bien to da bom pa ro gero na traga Sicilian di to padra di kan gena ay Aurora ju lai bani na
EXP ka solo tida ma ke Sicilian pa
Only love and night are everlasting.
Ako ay hyper target tau sida one kan tau sida hyper alpha Nolan tau next bin am sila ya alpha sas
Upon the edge.
why sida hyper pa do so
bien na tro
man moy sida
Moy bien hyper pa.
Ben hyper do pu ya ni
Kaya parang
Kay no. Ko diam lam.
Moi ga ba na ngasi semifinal la yaw wai ra mani nga sai gon de
Bro pick ta mo pibe kamay na piga ha semana.
Ay kay pa ano? Gato XP kaliro.
kali suto kan
Halos XP gato XP ta.
kan
ma yam tha ga pa wa I yam tha ko pa
In my dream world.
Torni ro ha ra second match ne aha match kon ka.
kaya to alpha to se guys kari kali alpha atoy ke sulay tre
Moy MM siya kay no.
MM di pa na ba ni MM sulay alpha towers alpha ko
na
snowball
Yes ka na tan ga.
Alpha is online.
ama ga na tro do
amaga
Sino ito ni
sino de play ang hotel
siya ko yung gabi why ni siya na iya
wala
dito
de
di ba siya na kan
Mang thaya ba. Kay
mang tab gato halos pa do ni no
I will choose my own path.
Team is picking.
our lord piano
Hindi gato na fa da bali.
gato na di pa tong mga ruby siya wala pa
akai horen ke ka pa ba akai ke ka
gato ni pa na ko pese phang su no ai ni mo ruby ya pa
Muscle of iron.
mo MM yun no la mo ke kiri ko masarap to ma gato pa
ya si no la ngana ta nga na de ha wo ne ma sin pa kok ta wo de
na tan jo pan nei ne
duna je na ta je no la ta
Nathan ngam kan male.
Gusion ka ga atho ga
Red ka Nathan.
achou ga amatta ne ha do sum he ka fan ta re ai na ro bro na ha ne sensei
si kai no ju pa ya ni wan ju pa ya ni
sensei boy sam tapyo za tapamoy boys tapoy ngang da bai
Popple and Koopa are the best partners.
mahiro
si hang no ai ro droja
Wan di.
nang ngam ga dro
game sana ko ilang kasi kaya sa kaya
wan ngam ga dro
nati wan bu di ai ruby ga pa na to ni ne yeng ni
na
ruby niya ba ruby niya man pa de
oh mai nang pa mo pa ne
nang ko nang ngam ga da
ano si Sicilian sa ta do ga lui pa jo ke no
akai tam kan wa to ro kana sana ro phajana si ja
kai ba ga no Nolan no
akai tam thai ra ga sana ro ra
Ya min sita diam talli.
adi ong thoro dro he
akai do ai akai do ya ro ni
와리
광고 얘기를
애매모만 봐,
얘기하고
애매모만 봐.
Yeah, Beatrix Powers.
나 광고 얘기.
배트릭스 봐, 배트릭스 봐.
비트릭스 봐. 비트릭스
아주
봐.
좋아.
Time and tide
Beatrix
wait
upside.
for no man, nor
Beatrix
girl.
upside.
나 좋아요.
티쇼.
난 미시다도 호렌 아까 얘사 아이디쇼 좀 단.
난게 알고 거의 발동 거 뭐.
제주나 만나고 봐요. 마네 제주노 봐. 저기 기초거기 만나고 봐. 있다 제주도. 제주 그노도 기초거도 그노네 봐. 아마 아쩌고도네 봐. 아쩌고.
거의 대만지도. 길 역할을 만나.
기초거가 뭐사 고이나리. 스킨 누가 봐서 봐요 나리사 와인자.
Ay, kano sila udre guys.
MLBB sana ka doon ba mamanyawan ta ba?
Ay, rotate to khali ka dane saktu.
노트.
이바티 호이가 닌다이자. 이바티에 한국 나고 또.
그래도 구파기
Presidente
걸레
Ajayanta na.
Ay, kano may ko.
예, 그럼 간 토이 보시죠.
그들에 그런 거 안 토이노.
Kupa turtle baklang ho ni ko.
거의 베놈 스쿼트 그런 거는.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Quante popole
Eh, sì che-
5
vivo
seconds till the
tornamento.
enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them.
Quanti nero. Hong Kong su partiti un
이게 저
Blue de ho ko, blue de ko ro fast kiya to throw.
Ay la sila do mana ka di. Kismen.
Ako ko mo da ka ni. Ado pok to.
하나 앞에 잠깐.
Nice.
바이퍼 투니.
Hesitation leads to mistake.
Sila amo sa. Ako ko amo je kan ro. Puro.
lại hello
Oi. Kasi ba. Nice.
matagtaman
Amo sa. Mai si sang ko.
뭐 장배하러 이거 많이 장배하러.
Ba. Okay.
너시 라와에 아이 플리카 라우동 내가 남질라까.
Nice. Saktu.
matagto.
upato pero
pulam ne kakapyo.
tentare ko no nam gani
Aesthetic.
눈이야.
Sika.
si
Songo.
sigario
Tawa ka ng gano'n biya.
Laung he no ba.
Depende to ya ni tower shield ba. Tower shield ne nang tagal nito.
In the dead of the murder.
sa di mo tawa matag silaw gani mo na
니 시실레냐.
Kaya siya.
Ali ocupa ba
The
ba.
process that matters. It's the outcome.
ay doktor ko XP do dara lo re ko
Lâu rồi, anh xin lại nhà thân
그 라훌 갔다고 놈이 나가네.
Anh XP kaya na
Are
tira.
made.
뭐 아이 루비
뭐
이제
보여주네.
너 터틀 클리어 떨어고 안돼 터틀 카이차 또 말리고.
ni sakara ay
그 루비 하이다그램 알래 영어 루비 하이다그램 알.
stand hard
Đừng có nào rồi anh đi đó tao
Oi, ako amo sa.
아니
Hindi
광고
na.
따라 뭐해?
la sila hare ni
Nice.
sila
Ruby la. Amo sa.
찌그레. 그도 씩박한 뒤 얌스물 거네 마야나가 킹.
bro pachi ka na
한제.
스파이시 저거에 호초 고빠기야.
Light as a swallow.
Sila.
Ủa tôi mà yêu.
루비 주의하고 있다.
XP
Thằng
để
gì
làm
đó
cái
mà
gì
mà tăng
đấy.
toàn rồi đó.
Nó mượm
Vậy
rồi.
thôi.
A wise bird chooses the right tree
어디,
on
어디,
which to
Phải
root.
chạy.
Cái tôi là đi làm live ni của Kupa rồi.
시실레 뭐 다가가로는.
Kuba la. Hello. Recall làm sao kìa.
Upa cái tua mà nó ish. Phần thì có rồi coi.
Ako ay hali ko.
Stick lâu cái này.
Mid ko mo da fight se. Ala po ka dito. Imi no baklang lam jala kanya sa kinu ko na dom dai.
Năm gậy. Là
Đây.
Grace
Bo.
is mine.
아무도 나오니 제 라훌 랑
Maning da kai.
ra cái.
Ngon.
에잉.
Chang sa fight.
너 생활이 하는 거 아니야, 진짜.
tiêu
Xong rồi chỉ ra để sai.
It's an hour này.
Sa.
Đây là
정정.
ไม่ต้องตี
มาแล้วนะรวย
Turret is under attack.
ที่เบ็กขนาดยังกันเลยคุยลง
Yet deadly.
도와라 도와라. 치료 로비다. 나이스 나이스.
ต้องพาไงต้องไปทู่
가자.
ไว้คุณต้องกดน้ำทะเลกี่
ไม่ต้องจับนะ
คุณไว้ตรงนั้น
ลิงก็ตามจะใช่
해제 해제. 너도야.
파도. 나야. 아, 막하고.
따라.
เกิดตัวเบียร์จริงๆก็ไอ้
ถ้า
นี่
เรา
มาเลย
เราเลย
เขาดูเขาจะตัวมันนี่ชิมแล้วไปเนาะชิมเสร็จ
มาชี้ฉันโกมาลาก
ที่
밑에요.
ก็ลงกันกลัว
어이 이거 아이스 계속 야우들이야.
알라.
어머잖아 이도야 얘들아.
มิตรเท่ามิตรเท่าไว้
천천히 그냥 하이가 닦게라.
ลากก็ได้
나이 미
ใครก็ร้อยก็ร้อยไอ้ทิกเกอร์เดียวเดียว
가야죠.
가와.
เดี๋ยวโต๊ะไป
แต่จะเตะให้
싫어.
คือรู้สันเขาเอง
คน
싫어.
นี้
굿바라니 굿바가.
เป็นพาไปเชียงใหม่ไปลอง
밑도 인절로 밑도 인절로. 뭐 저나.
In the dead of
Hello.
the murderous night.
손대 벤다고.
A wise bird chooses the right tree upon which
มาตั้งแต่นั้นแล้วมาตั้งแต่นั้นแล้วนี่เช็คกันอยู่สปายกันเลยอยู่타도 안 되지 타도 매일 어디로네
It's not the process
땡기라.
that
Destroy the
matters.
turret.
It's the
ไอ้
outcome.
ที่เซตติ้ง这个全都不要了呀
ตาบรไอ้โอเพนชานาโร่
ไอ้ชันอะไรกันไอ้ชัน
산으로.
ไอ้ตัวนี้มันเรียนจนน้ำชั้นเลยนี่
산으로 나가.
아두네 야로이. 뭐에 또한.
시다야. 파시
나는 또 없이 디.
ตัวไว้เนี่ย
잠깐만 잠깐만 프리 함도로.
มีเต็มเสียง
กินด้วย
시다
มีเงี้ย
시다.
เกิดกับมีเงี้ยเกิด
นี่ไงเกตตัวเดียวเราเอ็นตัว
아이 한도 그냥.
บัวตัวเราบัวตัวเราไอ้ที่หลอกตัวไฟเราที่หลอกตัวไว้ดิ
시다야 시파로.
나와라.
ไล่
18 나와 18. 야,
이 색깔 봐
얘가 정.
아이 거라.
ลิง
일로 아이
남자라고.
아 고마거는 나 아이 잘하게 남 밑에 잘하는 아 거의 다 잘도
Our turret is under attack.
จะรอมาจากจะรออะไรแล้วเตียนสิกันดังอ่ะกูพูดเอ็มทู
เอาตัวผู้จัดลงไปแล้วแก
Battle spell.
아이 거는 어디 어디 MLB 레이네 타워가 하우더 뭐
เดี๋ยวต้อง
툰도 아주 툰도
나까나면 갈라고. 거모자.
알디 어디 뭐라
ไอ้เชี่ยตาดู
คนรู้ชะตาก็ดี
난
영어.
It's not the
밑도
process.
아 랑 라우 잘라. 잘라.
It's the
괜찮아.
นี่แต่งยานี่
ที่ชินน้ำ
ข้าตาย
คนนี้
아이 마카나 막도 말해
나기 막하는 가다 얘좀 다도 고 실례.
시시라
hesitation leads
ชาคน
to
นี้ต้อง
mistake.
เนี่ยเราไม่ทิ้งเลยครับมวยมี
이거 나 지실래 막아 그럼 너 왜 중임이
뭐야 이제 라우 모자.
아 루방관이
이번 사이 나간 기도. 미디는 거 이거.
루방관이 것이다 사자
도도도도.
เลยนั่งเชียร์ทุกคนแต่ทุก
이까도 그래. 나.
마타카 몰라요
라푸도.
밑도 타워
ไม่ต่อเลย
นี่เอาเลย
어이.
ไม่โบดแรงกว่าแรงจนกันมันชื่อ
Spree.
어디.
뭐지는 싫어
ไอ้ชื่อเกิน
ไม่ใช่จงนะพี่โรยมันจงนะพี่โร
보고 야우들이.
Light as
또
a
넘어더라
swallow.
또 넘어더라 어머라
네. 아 보이니까 된대 야로. 엄청 나와.
카도 일레라 걔니까 또도 좀 가깝고네
남자랄까 이거 다 와온 거 때문에.
A wise bird chooses the right tree upon which to roost.
뭘 뽑아실래 이거?
네
ที่ช่ำน้อย
มวยมาต่อเข้ามาเลย
근데 누가 또 왜냐 누가 또
또.
My aesthetic. Magnificent.
야 스탠자
보자.
색깔
야 그래서 가자.
รู้เลยรู้เลย
아이 발콤바
ยาเนี่ยเยอะชิว
ꯁꯦ
ꯇꯤꯛ ꯄꯣꯠꯀꯤꯅꯤ ꯂꯤꯁꯥ ꯐꯤꯒꯔ ꯇꯧꯒꯦ
ꯐ꯭ꯂꯤꯀꯔ ꯅꯝꯕꯔ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯑꯩ ꯇꯣꯕꯤꯂꯛꯑꯒꯦ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯃꯈꯥꯏ ꯆꯠꯂꯣ
ꯑꯃꯁꯨ ꯅꯥꯀꯟ
ꯀꯥꯏ ꯂꯒꯦ ꯊꯜꯂꯣ
ꯔꯥꯍꯨꯜ ꯏꯕꯥꯅꯤ ꯃꯤꯅꯝ ꯁꯦꯝꯃꯁꯤ ꯂꯥꯎ
ꯒꯇꯣꯛꯇ ꯆꯠꯃꯤꯟꯅꯁꯤ ꯃꯤꯠꯇꯨꯒꯁꯨ ꯅꯝꯃꯛꯑꯔꯣꯏ ꯒꯇꯣꯛ ꯃꯅꯥꯛ ꯆꯠꯂꯣꯝꯇ
ꯑꯩ ꯃꯅꯥ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯦ
ꯃꯈꯥ
ꯑꯩ ꯃꯅꯥ
ꯅꯝꯕꯤꯔꯣ
ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯦ ꯍꯜꯂꯦ
ꯄꯤꯛꯀꯠ ꯇꯧ ꯃꯈꯥ ꯏꯟꯁꯤꯜꯂꯛꯀꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒ
Easy as a stride.
ꯏꯜꯂꯣ ꯑꯩ ꯃꯅꯥ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯦ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯍꯜꯂꯨꯒꯦ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯋꯥꯟꯁꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯗꯤ ꯐꯅꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯗꯤ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯥꯁ ꯑꯣꯚꯔ ꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ ꯂꯣꯠ ꯊꯣꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯐꯥꯏꯠꯇꯣ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯀꯟꯅ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯑꯅꯨ
ꯀꯣꯜ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯀꯦꯅ ꯏꯗꯣ ꯇꯪꯈꯥꯏ ꯂꯩꯗ
Light as a swallow.
ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯁꯥꯟꯅ ꯑꯃ ꯅꯥꯀꯟꯁꯦ ꯑꯃꯒ ꯊꯦꯡꯍꯧꯒꯦꯔꯥ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯒꯦꯔꯥ ꯂꯣꯠ ꯗꯥꯏꯔꯦꯛ ꯍꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯔꯣꯏ
ꯕꯦꯠ ꯇꯧꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯃ ꯍꯥꯠꯇꯣꯛꯁꯦ
ꯑꯩ ꯁꯤ
ꯃꯈꯥꯗ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩ ꯂꯧꯔꯣ
ꯂꯧꯔꯣ ꯃꯈꯥ ꯃꯈꯥ
ꯅꯪ ꯆꯠꯂꯣ ꯒꯇꯣꯛ ꯆꯠꯂꯣ ꯆꯠꯄꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯐꯦꯠꯇꯤ ꯌꯦꯡꯉ ꯆꯠꯂꯣ
ꯑꯩ ꯑꯜꯇꯤ
ꯑꯃ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯣ
ꯔꯦꯠꯇ ꯂꯩ
ꯑꯗꯨ ꯍꯜꯂꯣ
ꯑꯦ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯣ ꯑꯩ ꯆꯦꯜꯂꯦ
ꯁꯤ ꯑꯜꯇꯤꯅꯤꯀꯣ
ꯃꯁꯇꯟ ꯈꯨꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯗ
ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯍꯤꯡꯀꯣ
ꯑꯗꯨꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯒꯇꯣꯠꯇ ꯑꯗꯨ
ꯑꯩ ꯕꯣꯠ ꯆꯠꯂꯦ
ꯇꯦꯟꯒꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯃꯉꯣꯟꯗꯗꯤ
ꯑꯣ ꯃꯤꯅꯤꯠ ꯀꯠ ꯇꯧꯈ꯭ꯔꯕꯣ ꯈꯪꯗꯤ
ꯑꯃ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ
ꯆꯠꯂꯣ ꯁꯤ ꯆꯠꯂꯣ
ꯅꯝꯖꯜꯂꯣ ꯆꯠꯀꯦ
ꯇꯋꯥꯔ ꯀꯥꯏꯒꯅꯤ
ꯁꯤ ꯇꯣꯞ
ꯃꯅꯤꯡꯗ ꯃꯤ
ꯂꯦꯟ
ꯂꯥꯛꯀꯅꯤꯀꯣ
ꯂꯥꯎꯋꯦ ꯔꯤꯀꯣꯜ ꯇꯧꯔꯝꯃꯦ
ꯔꯤꯀꯣꯜ ꯇꯧꯈ꯭ꯔꯝ ꯁꯤ ꯅꯝꯁꯤꯜꯂꯣ
Easy
Yellow,
as a
yellow.
stride.
ꯑꯜꯇꯤ ꯍꯜꯂꯣ ꯆꯦꯜꯂꯣ
Team destroyed a turret.
ꯁꯤ ꯂꯧꯊꯣꯛ ꯃꯥꯏꯀ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯂꯧꯊꯣꯛ
Chances are made.
ꯑꯩꯅ ꯃꯥꯡꯗꯗꯤ ꯄꯣꯄꯣꯜꯗ
ꯅꯪꯍꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
ꯃꯥꯟꯗꯕ ꯅꯣꯏ
ꯃꯥꯏ ꯍꯨꯏ
ꯃꯈꯥꯁꯤ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯔꯣ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯅꯪ ꯅꯥꯀꯟ ꯂꯩꯔꯣ ꯁꯣꯟ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯔꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯀꯦ ꯃꯔꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯛꯀꯦ
ꯐꯥꯔꯣ
A wise
ꯐꯥꯔꯣ
bird
ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯦ
chooses
ꯉꯥꯏꯈꯣ
the
ꯌꯥꯝ ꯀꯟꯅ
right
ꯑꯣꯚꯔ
tree
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
upon
ꯇꯧꯕ
which
ꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯆꯥꯊꯣꯛꯕ ꯁꯤ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯞꯇꯣ
ꯑꯩ
ꯏꯟꯖꯟ ꯌꯥꯅꯤ
ꯑꯩꯗꯤ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯞ ꯇꯥꯜꯂꯤꯅꯦ
ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯅꯪ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯣꯅꯦ
ꯑꯩꯅ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯔꯗꯤ
ꯑꯩ ꯂꯩ ꯏꯟꯖꯜꯂꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ
ꯏꯟꯖꯜꯂꯣ
ꯁꯤ ꯆꯪꯉꯔꯣ
ꯇꯣꯞꯇ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯆꯠꯀꯅꯤ ꯃꯣꯏ
ꯕꯣꯠꯇꯣ
he
ꯂꯩ
who
ꯂꯥꯄꯨꯗꯤ ꯂꯩꯕꯅꯤ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
ꯕꯣꯁꯇ
ꯂꯐꯨ ꯂꯩ ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯦ
laughs
ꯁ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗ
best.
ꯑꯗꯨ ꯍꯥꯞꯆꯤꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯃꯊꯟꯗ
ꯁꯤ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯍꯥꯠꯇꯣꯛꯑꯁꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯣ
ꯌꯥꯔꯣꯏ
ꯌꯥꯅꯤ
ꯌꯥ
ꯌꯥꯔꯦ ꯑꯣꯚꯔ ꯆꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯒꯅꯣ ꯑꯣꯏ
ꯑꯦ
ꯋꯥ ꯀꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ
ꯅꯪꯉꯣꯟ ꯄꯥꯏꯁꯤꯜꯂꯛꯄꯩꯅꯤ
ꯅꯪꯗ ꯋꯥꯟ
ꯍꯜꯂꯣ ꯌꯥꯔꯦ
ꯉꯥꯏꯈꯣ ꯉꯥꯏꯈꯣ
ꯌꯥꯔꯣꯏ ꯍꯜꯂꯣ
ꯌꯥ ꯃꯊꯪ
ꯁꯟꯖꯥꯏꯅꯦ ꯍꯣꯏꯔꯣ
ꯆꯪꯉꯣꯏꯒꯦꯗꯤ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯇꯤ
ꯀꯔꯤ ꯈꯨꯆꯪ
ꯃꯊꯨꯟꯗꯥꯗ ꯄꯥꯏꯁꯤꯜꯂꯤꯅꯤ
ꯕꯦꯛꯁꯅꯥ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ
ꯑꯁꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯣ
ꯐꯖꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯃ
ꯆꯪꯁꯤꯜꯂꯣ
ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯛ ꯌꯥꯔꯣꯏ
ꯁꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯣ ꯂꯤꯁꯥꯁꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯦ
ꯆꯪꯁꯤꯜꯂꯣ
ꯑꯀꯥꯏ ꯂꯦꯡꯒꯅꯤ ꯑꯀꯥꯏ ꯂꯦꯡꯒꯅꯤ
ꯇꯨ
ꯌꯥꯔꯣꯏ
ꯍꯜꯂꯣ
ꯄꯤꯀꯔ
ꯁ꯭ꯄꯤꯀꯔ
ꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ
ꯌꯥꯅꯤ ꯌꯥꯅꯤꯗ
ꯑꯩꯅ ꯆꯪꯉꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔ
ꯂꯣꯔ ꯋꯥꯠꯂꯦ
ꯅꯪ
ꯍꯜꯂꯣ
ꯑꯜꯇꯤ
ꯁꯦꯀꯟ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯁꯦꯀꯟ
ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯅꯤꯗ ꯚꯥꯏ
ꯑꯜꯇꯤ ꯇꯧꯔꯦ
Grace is my aesthetic.
ꯑꯁ ꯇꯥꯋꯔ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯍꯦꯜꯂ
ꯆꯠꯂꯣ ꯍꯥꯠꯇꯣꯛꯑꯣ
ꯆꯪꯉꯣ ꯑꯁꯤ
It's not the
로비디
process
어머
that matters.
ሌ
미토 세나로고
시험이 오네지
오자 나만 맞
Colors.
ꯑꯩ 시시한 저
저것도 럭셔라 지금
여기
라운드 세컨 스킬도 가지고 있다 아무튼 가이 그냥 파악해 야 배운 거 난 너무 빨리 뭐
어우 마이 시킨 스
로라
뽀뽀 ꯌꯥꯝ 라인 파 ꯌꯥꯝꯅꯤ 시리언 이 시킨 ꯃꯣꯏ ꯂꯣꯠ ꯂꯥ
괜찮은 동안
ꯔꯦꯠꯇ ꯂꯩ
ꯑꯩ ꯃꯤꯆꯪꯒ ꯇꯧꯗꯣꯏꯌꯦ ꯁꯤꯁꯇꯥꯟ
ꯅꯪ ꯁꯦꯛꯇ
ꯑꯩ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯗꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ ꯗꯦꯃꯦꯖ ꯃꯇꯝ ꯆꯥꯎꯔꯅꯤ ꯗꯤꯚꯥꯏꯟꯗꯤ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯌꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
ꯑꯩ ꯁꯣꯂꯣ ꯂꯩꯔꯒꯦ
He who laughs last laughs best.
ꯕ꯭ꯔꯣꯂꯤ ꯁꯥꯗꯅꯗꯤ ꯄꯥꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯃꯥꯅꯦ
마이 맞추고 가면 봐요
ꯃꯥꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ
In the dead of the murderous.
시시
ꯑꯀꯥꯏ ꯁ꯭ꯄꯤꯀꯔ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯝꯃꯅꯤ
시생도 시생나 머닝 기당 레오고
ꯌꯥꯅꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯡꯒ
ꯂꯦꯟ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ
ꯀꯥꯏꯗꯤ
ꯆꯠꯀꯥꯏꯀꯣ
ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣ
ꯑꯩ
ꯑꯇꯩ
ꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯁ ꯌꯥꯎꯏꯀꯣ ꯂꯥꯄꯨꯅ ꯃꯥꯁꯤꯅ ꯆꯪ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯀꯟꯅꯕ
Leads to mistakes.
ꯃꯇꯩ ꯕꯦꯛꯋꯥꯏꯟ ꯇꯥꯕ ꯑꯩ ꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯁ
루비 어디
콜라까니 Akai cho. Đoan đâu rồi.
Cái picker.
Popol lên trên kia.
Engage lo mà thằng mỗi lùi đấy. Engage lo. Heal.
Mình đâu.
Đâu dia nama mà kasihan gitu.
Aja lo.
Saya kira apa sih? Yang apa sih?
Halo. Salam.
Salam.
Halo.
Satu.
Kau buka hewan. Apa ni? Ada lu yang kira je yang tu.
Satu.
Kami nhìn ra tầm thì cái những
Mai đi stream tháo thì bây giờ mấy quái sao đi mai.
người tính cái gì là.
Rất tìm mì. Ai link cái gì trong chiêu mà.
Kus mấy em thì tao bị.
1313 này.
Tao bị.
Số mấy 1 plus 3 13.
Good night.
Rồi cái good này là thu rồi. Đánh tông giờ good này đi. 이쪽으로 랭 떠보세요. 이거 굿나잇까지는 쏘아니 토니로 많이 토니 로이를 아니 가상 클린 스윕 떠고 그래 이제 안가
Tôi biết chụp thì mình chấm vào đi phải là chỗ.
Best of 3 đi ca đi cả số bi. Mà kha đi ring tàu tôi nhỉ. Best of 3 mà kha.
Mà kha ring tàu tôi nhau cái lẩu.
Cái sao rồi riêng cái gì. Tôm mê riêng.
Cái nó micro mi macro.
Good night.
Tôi xem chơi hợp phải riêng.
Okay, color đi color tôi. Bro celebi yaad rồi bro. Celebi lotion cái pundre bro. Lotion cái.
Itu boleh mau.
Raudo no kaya chaka ke itu ka. Cadbury Road li sa do ka ra na te he kai de no da. Hello. Song ya le kai no ka ai ne to na ma ke hai ge. So. Kan be ka no. Miền Sơn tới nào, ok. Lý sang nước mai miền tập friend rồi bà. Như cầu sang kìm mà. Xong rồi. Ok. Lý sang.
How?
Call xem mọi group của WhatsApp kìa.
Kanano?
Itu nó.
Itu một tuần này.
Tánh đi, tánh đi. Bro live tao xin tha. Jadi jadi kali no aja buat sana 03 hari kayak lupa jadi ya jadi itu kill untuk di SS kata ni motor bro lah kan sa kayak lobby de sau ya ni nang ni xong rồi ya này xong rồi call xem vô đi sao Halo. Ama je hapo ano ne hapa kaya Atro một cái cái solta bunda này nằm ninh đồ nhau rồi.
Mi ham na mo ai mi game ho ge ui thu sak sa de si do ra.
이도지 꼴 빠이게 따이 이도지 꼴 빠이게 저는들아
그니까 이도 폰 콜 열었어. 라고 생각해도.
간단 자게.
저거
아이 무다 미니언들 뭐 매기 먹.
뭐라게 안 떠 먹고 산다. 그냥 또
티를 하라 chân 티부 cái tụi bro làm tụi game sao với ngài cái ngoài rồi mà cái chi qua này là game mới game đi bro itu cái tụi butter pria mà cái này như thế à? Why không ăn butter? Sao chắc sao rồi xa đây, chắc xa đây. Thay thì sẽ là cái gì? Itu hay thì EBT gitu rồi, EBT thì đồ yếu thì cả chứ. Why no people whether can I know aja pada malam. Ini dia buat apa dia? Kalau kalian tambah tu, nanti tu nanti. Tu kerana tu okte mi cakap nari betul ngai. Berada nak senja bro, berada nak cakap orang ni, kalau kau video ika. Saya, orang. Bro, nori tu je semi cakap apa? Semi cakap, semi je leh orang.
미술고
내가 이동하여 여기 라기 꼬다 오장키기 파이널 러이 노디스코 kia gì mà này 파이널 러이 nhiều mấy miếng store trong cả đây kìa, ngày lấy ấy sẽ lại vẫn tha rồi này nhiều, ấy sẽ lại vẫn còn nên tha rồi, sẽ tha cái này.
이런 바에 시즌아 시즌이 얘기라고 거기가 정말 뭐야 이 미팅 시즌 공개하라
아들이 watch party 떨어져 떠드네 RQ 고 그래라 능 RQ 고 그래 이거 어디다 둬야 돼 너희는 기분이 되게 뿌링이 해야지 빨리 돼 bro next time
샤이티 티게 next time that
bro best 하나 미자 돼 bro
ꯂꯩ ꯃꯤ ꯁꯤꯡꯖꯨ ꯇꯧꯒꯦꯕ ꯌꯦꯡꯒꯦꯔꯣ
노래스는 그만 떠오르고 빨리 하고 빨리 하고 다시 예틀에 센세가 뭐게 하다 이도 고장이 했네 고장 게 했네 가울랑 당하래 로비다
뭐 메디메
오 감사이나 브라다이 이씨 안티 아이게 노로선 이 유튜브 페이지 아도 야로 해 아도 이행 야로 bro 하고 코피라이트 잖아 베스트 하이티나 사람이네 드레보 하이티 이거 설레어와 레오래 같이 레이메스도 같이 레오와이 그거 짱기고 강고도 명명가 와이셔 그 같이 레 시절 좀 타되는 래 프렌치 마르테 메세고
비슷 거기로
인 페이지 뭐 부 하이셔 와네 보는 게 되고 이야기 뭐 원래 얘기 해라 아
뭐 베조 파가 베조
강 시요 좀 말해 강으로
수야
뭔가 하더라 하라 뭐 다인 타티를 그런 거면 시 아코 애좀 타켓이다 라이브 좀 타켓 좀 이해가 있어 ai wala kêu hay nó cả thôi rồi bây giờ vào chơi game này hay rồi ok bây giờ vào đi game ngoài này cái nó game còn nó rồi nó tiền đó boosting này mi còn anh nhìn đi ở đây gì
ta vừa sao cái này đó ngoài số ít đó dùng cái số lại nó anh prime eternity còn gì
còn ai nữa
suy đây này
nè
không rồi sử dụng cái nó này
play mấy tao có mỗi game gì gì
lo cậu cái này ngay gì cậu cái ngay gì
chỉ có một cái gì này đi lâu rồi thôi đi lâu rồi thôi rồi
đi lâu rồi ngay gì à
bây giờ ngay chỉ phải tôi ăn cái lâu rồi à tôi message tôi quay sana rồi bro nó tổng ta này message sao rồi WhatsApp 라 디 페르 게 거리요네 오네
mi qua là sao này rồi nói thì còn mi cái sao này rồi
trong một năng kiếm trong một thu là thân ngay này mua được tốt tâm nghĩa rồi lobby tới rồi
đi cái chuyện để phải sự cái đầu sang đi
ấy đi gió lùi đâu rồi gió lùi ấy tay mi on như vậy pro người ta nên là gì
ấy đi pro nó đi ấy đi rồi cứ lấy gì
I'm just a big wet
cái nào nếu chỉ hàng tôi chơi cái quái được ta rồi
ta đi
chỉ hàng tôi chơi cái quái được
không đi
cái
cô chỉ hàng tôi chơi cái quái được nó
năng phải có năng nghe
dưới service miết xa này là này mình sẽ lo để rồi thu gì đi
mà rồi cái video nào mình nhiều vậy
jelly server chale
कई में
ले मुझसे तो क्या कहते हैं
हाँ मत छुई बंदा खाया का छुई का मैं आगे
मैं आ cái tôi đó cái nó đang hyper python rồi đó có xin nó xem cái nào
jelly server này chứ
हाँ पता है मैं आता नहीं तो ता
khi đi jelly chatra mara chatra
salah thôi
chance lo phao rồi nó cái ngoài năng lẩu đặt lối cái gì
ấy có quay trong rồi
Even as a wanderer, the days we have for leisure are far and few between.
anh này đâu đấy rồi su ra mà cái gì
là bây giờ lobby xem
tôi xem
안돼 아마 그거 아마도 아마도 사는 미사는 한 거더라
tấm mà nó
이제라도
ra nó phăng đi hàng nghe
ôi
Laptop kaya te ai kano tori August push tori August push tori mo se
Hangon
August Google push ne
No.
Ama kanano bro. Number shape
Our tribulations allow us to appreciate the sanctity of peace.
Yung hanay number do pa idro since.
Sinsango. Ay margol pair am to chaluge. Horen game ho kan lak.
Lo hello game hello
Chutinu ga jutinu.
Thấu rồi mà game ho kan thì game play ho kan sang kaya ngon.
Mane
Ma boys halak kaya ta isang lang ano. Solution no. Ara dong.
Ma mà game cho hậu rồi thu rồi bao giờ Tembaca berkandana.
Oi game pun isi apa? Ini bisa kita juga game sana juga satu jalan juga. Anh còn là rồi được nhiều. Hay gì cái còn chỉ có chuyện Alexa lights on. Cái còn chỉ có chuyện vô cơ vậy. Group nếu tao thua quá. Gì mấy channel rồi vậy tụi.
Auto nó lòng tránh rồi.
MLBB rồi.
Cho gì rồi sân với đã.
MLBB rồi.
Rồi sân ta ra ra MLBB cái đây. Đây server nó kêu khai lại cái đó. Không gì rồi daily này thì lại công tông.
Cambodia.
Cambodia là phải.
Hay tàu nè. Cambodia hay nè. Nhưng mà tôi làm mình sử dụng trái đấy.
Sa도 group custom này 여기 두 명이 옥내게 하라 이제 곰제 group custom này.
맞습니다.
안 들어봐. Làm hết trên kiếm cái lần rồi
ra đâu
bisa. Sana no inale stream da. Bisa nang thu to ribo.
Your team is banning.
Hello, Buzz Johnson. Welcome. Này đi hết chỉ lại phòng thì là Julius sắp on game channel solo. Thu to phải là nó vô game cái ngày đây rồi quên rồi.
Delhi ro kan server ja.
Please ban a hero.
Apo ba na ok lấy na bi Apo ba na ok lấy na bi đấy server wa này cái nó snipe tàu nó Apo mi na cái nó lấy na bi ok lấy na bi.
Cái này nó.
Cái nó là Rosan đó.
Rồi come on.
Cái hyper gì cái nào itu nó rồi.
Ai mà này, rồi. Cái bên tàu ấy đâu?
Nia tàu rồi bà.
Nia.
Tàu đây.
Your team is taking.
Đang đây.
Không gì.
Ông tôi game này. Mà ba mũi này.
Salit.
Tàu đâu sẽ mang này vô.
Ay bro itu.
Sound rises when I give the word.
Levi nya cái đấy. Daru kini ni sale bi ni ye cooking ye fu Julius.
Muscle of iron, bones of steel.
Lại còn một cái gì nữa.
Ai nha mà đủ thô pin hay cái sai cái tao chứ em rồi.
I am more than a weapon.
Tôi đeo đủ thô pin hay rồi.
ꯍꯣꯏ ꯁꯤ ꯁꯔꯚꯔꯁꯤ ꯀꯩ ꯁꯔꯚꯔꯅꯣ ꯒ꯭ꯌꯥꯟ
ꯗꯦꯜꯂꯤꯅꯤ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯂꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯕ 이도 링 ꯂꯩ ꯄꯥꯏꯒꯦꯔꯥ
ꯄꯤꯔꯛꯑꯣ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯍꯦꯔꯣꯁꯦ ꯄꯤꯔꯛꯑꯣ
ꯄꯤꯕ ꯁꯨꯝ ꯄꯥꯏ ꯄꯤꯅꯤꯡꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯌꯥꯝ
My blades strike
ꯑꯩ ꯒꯣꯜ
like a
ꯆꯠꯁꯦ ꯑꯩ
splitting wind.
ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯑꯣ ꯍꯦꯛꯇ
ꯑꯁꯤ ꯄꯤꯈ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯔꯥꯍꯨꯜ
Light will fall prey to shadow.
ꯁꯣꯏꯗꯅ ꯐꯨꯔꯛꯇ ꯃꯥꯟꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯔ ꯑꯩ ꯂꯥꯏꯐ ꯊꯥꯗꯣꯏꯅꯤ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣ ꯍꯣꯔꯦꯟ ꯎꯠꯂꯛꯀꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯦꯠꯆꯇꯣ ꯌꯦꯡꯗꯣꯏꯅꯦꯕ
ꯃꯤꯝ ꯊꯤꯕꯗꯅꯦ
ꯀꯩ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯍꯣꯔꯦꯟ ꯗꯤꯁꯀꯣꯔꯗ ꯌꯦꯡꯁꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯣ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯗꯤꯁꯀꯣꯔꯗ ꯀꯅꯥ ꯌꯥꯎꯒꯦ ꯁꯔꯕꯔ
ꯗꯤꯁꯀꯣꯔꯗꯄꯨ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯑꯃ ꯁꯦꯝꯃꯒ ꯁ꯭ꯀꯤꯟ ꯁꯤꯌꯔ ꯇꯧꯔꯣ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
ꯑꯩ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯀꯦ ꯁ꯭ꯀ꯭ꯔꯤꯟ ꯁꯤꯌꯔꯕꯨ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯀꯦ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯁꯔꯕꯔꯗꯣ ꯀꯅꯥꯒꯤ ꯌꯥꯎꯒꯦ ꯍꯪꯕꯅꯤ
ꯁꯔꯚꯔ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯌꯥꯎꯋꯦ
ꯅꯍꯥꯟ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯔꯕꯔꯗꯣ ꯆꯪꯉꯣ ꯌꯥꯔꯦ ꯅꯍꯥꯟ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯔꯕꯔ ꯆꯪꯉꯣ ꯌꯥꯔꯦ
ꯅꯪ ꯂꯤꯡ ꯊꯥꯔꯛꯑꯣ ꯑꯩꯉꯣꯟꯗ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯨ ꯊꯥꯕꯤꯒꯦ
Pain is the proof that I'm still alive.
ꯅꯍꯥꯟꯒꯤ ꯁꯔꯕꯔꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ MPL IDꯒꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯂꯤꯀ꯭ꯋꯤꯠꯅ ꯂꯧꯍꯧꯔꯦꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯣ ꯑꯩ ꯌꯦꯡꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ MPLꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯖꯨꯔꯤꯁ ꯍꯣꯏ ꯌꯦꯡꯒꯦ ꯉꯥꯏ
ꯇꯤꯝ ꯂꯤꯀ꯭ꯋꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯩ
ꯔꯥꯍꯨꯜ ꯅꯪ ꯀꯩ ꯄꯥꯏꯁꯤꯒꯦ ꯔꯥꯍꯨꯜ CC ꯄꯥꯏꯒꯦꯔꯥ
ꯑꯩ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯃꯦꯁ ꯇꯥꯔꯕ
ꯅꯪ ꯃꯦꯁꯅꯤꯅꯦ ꯐꯀꯔ ꯁꯣꯔꯤ ꯀꯩ ꯄꯥꯏꯒꯦ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯣ
ꯗꯦꯜꯂꯤꯗꯗꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯊꯦꯡꯅꯗꯧ ꯂꯥꯏ ꯐꯔꯕ ꯒꯥꯏꯁ ꯑꯩ ꯊꯦꯡꯅꯔꯗꯤ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯑꯥꯒꯁꯀꯤ ꯈꯪꯉꯅꯤ
ꯗꯦꯜꯂꯤ ꯍꯦꯛ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯝꯗꯕ ꯅꯪ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏꯗꯣꯏꯅꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯈꯨꯠꯇ
ꯗꯦꯜꯂꯤꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯤ ꯏꯗꯣꯟ ꯁꯦꯝꯉꯛꯄ ꯍꯣꯁꯅꯦ ꯈꯨꯊꯨꯕ
ꯌꯦꯡꯗꯣꯏꯕ
ꯑꯩ ꯉꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯕꯨꯁꯇꯤꯡ ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯜꯂꯦ ꯍꯌꯦꯡ ꯑꯣꯏ ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯅꯤ ꯉꯝꯃꯔꯣꯏ
ꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯄꯥꯏ ꯂꯩꯔꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯣ ꯑꯥꯒꯁ ꯄꯤꯑꯦꯝꯅꯤ ꯏꯕꯨꯡꯉꯣ ꯒ꯭ꯂꯣꯕꯦꯜ ꯂꯤꯂꯤ ꯑꯩ ꯗꯦꯜꯂꯤ ꯁꯔꯚꯔꯗ
ꯑꯩ ꯄꯥꯏꯒꯦ ꯄꯤꯔꯣꯃꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯊꯥꯔꯛꯀꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ
ꯑꯥꯒꯁ ꯒ꯭ꯂꯣꯕꯦꯜ ꯄꯨꯁ
ꯅꯪ ꯀꯔꯣꯔꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯛ ꯄꯥꯏꯕ ꯅꯪꯅ ꯋꯤꯗ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯂꯨꯄꯥ 90 ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅ ꯑꯉꯥꯡ ꯌꯦꯟꯊꯣꯛꯀꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯣ
Fleeting as a snowflake's breath, as timeless
Thô,
as a
Ronday
glacier's
thôi,
heart.
Không sao rồi thôi, nhìn thấy sắc thu. If we're in the mood, we can take it to the moon. Sensei chứ, nó Delhi server cho Hoàng Mai phải cho xin net cả xin cho xin à.
That your mom is fit. Yes, it's him. Kelra donale, Kelra get a couple of rooms.
Sensei MS kya sele?
57.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them.
Cái này như nào? Base cái throw gì nào?
Launch attack.
Roko kona chino pito ramane.
Kari ba.
Taro kitong.
Chứ đâu rồi cô?
Có ai pa doi jaka to ro.
Cái lùi vô nó ngâm mình.
Sensei ra kìa, có được không? Cậu cho đi cô đó là cái gì? Nó lấy tao nào? Shit con này.
Only the strongest shall survive.
Để mi cả cái một. Delhi đấy cái nó sẽ sát thì vậy rồi đi bỏ.
I am the only judge of myself.
First blood.
Delhi server cái gol với hoàng quát. Tum rồi đâu chứ?
They fear death, but that would be
Chứ nào ấy?
Cũng cả đây cái bây giờ ai ula cái tụi nhiều rồi ai khoan có nghe mấy hầu anh thà cái gì có bảo người thân điều. Mấy bữa ngày xếp hai này lâu rồi kia mani thà cái lạp thà cái.
my once merciful
Cái gái tao nói lạp tao
burning
nè watching nhau rồi.
The world born in darkness will end in darkness.
Ấy chân lê Sensei.
Ya đi cái nụ.
Don't ever say her name. The name Raphael.
Ngăn đại ham mình như thế nó đi.
All shall be judged.
Sudara đi vô thì ya rồi.
Mít ni phụ rồi mẹ cái xem video sạc thu dàn rất lâu rồi.
Show yourselves.
Lo tome.
Carai, ngapain nonton ini?
Bloodshed and violence nourish me. Immortality or death. The shadow in my heart is deeper than
Sisi dulu kan. Tadi lo lakukan kan cái thu nằm tại chỗ nè. Ấy chỉ tôi sang thu đi. Birai pesi combo nih.
Penuh juga.
Birai pesi combo nih kamu dari ya. Kan itu.
Ini kan satu tadi gitu.
Ising kut ising solo rồi.
Sensei cái chứ, Delhi thì cả khách kia chứ hoàng quá chứ. Nhà bây giờ khăn gì?
Puedes salir, y luego puedes salir, que tengo wow, đấy mà.
Ai qua đây tiền không thầy cái, rồi.
Oh.
the world born in darkness will end in darkness.
Double kill.
For the lost souls.
Ủa?
Cái nó
Sẽ combo rồi.
Đấy, tôi phải với cái dấu khác cây nói gì vậy? Cây nó ta tôi chả.
Si David. Nó tùy phải rồi vậy.
Lại khai vào nào rồi.
Ai. Julia chơi phô bình rồi nhỉ?
The shadow in my heart is deeper than the abyss.
Aduh, qua đây thế bro.
Kutia ada ising solo itu.
Tay thuốc với Adro rồi thì y.
Tay thuốc cái kuto kang camera itu kayak kali juga. Kang tahu ya wa, cara tinggal terhawa, ya terhawa.
Julian jadi ini kamu kerja
Dili lỗi con tàu cái này mua trái à, cái kan belum juga.
Aduh,
Kata biar guys.
Show yourselves, you foolish beings.
Saya mah itu nih juga.
Sama kayak bro.
Terus dia mesej aku tu. Poti tu ai sang ada sih.
Immortality!
Mà chỉ đấy cái đi dâu mi dây chắc cái gì mà nó chỉ hết.
Fury.
Để cô thật rất là.
Your team destroyed a turret.
Bro, tôi ya thế nào? Tôi ya rồi bro, hai này vậy nhá, chỉ ya rồi nữa. Hai này chỉ cái nó to rồi bro. Ya kêu gì nó Delhi ra này.
Raphael.
Giờ gì nó bên ngã rồi bên hai này tôi ya rồi nữa chứ.
Battle spell in cooldown.
I got one trick all about. What it has the history in there.
Only the strongest shall survive.
An ally has slain the turtle.
Overbearing clerics, be ready for my fury.
An ally has been slain.
Upay laite.
It was a means. Immortality or death.
Bisa Maggie.
There goes my
Nó mi gì cũng ngồi quay ra con để xa con đi pin rồi bà.
Nhung này nó đi khăn rồi mà bạn lên thấy mình gió.
destruction lives on.
Cái gì? Bố lên trên sông đấy.
Man chẳng gì cái gì nào.
Nó tôi làm cái gì? Tôi làm cái lấy tiền cái gì?
Double kill.
Ay, kita tolong jawab ba. Delhi sabar, anything is possible.
Our turret has been destroyed. Your team destroyed a turret. An enemy has
Gì đó?
been slain.
싱니 bro 낭이 많이 탑티니
파자이 하게 떠오니까 이거 낭 이거 뭐 거.
야 땅 파자니 하기 탔대고 마사이는 반다기는 미기
Bay 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 bay.
Không nhà người có chơi.
너무 많을 거 아니야. 아, 이거 필름 거야 뭐 이렇게 하려면. 야, 리샤는 거 하트 봐. 티 잡아 있는.
Bay.
Ấy này anh sẽ
고월이
anh nè số mỗi hoàng quá rồi anh đi sáng số một hình mình cho bay nè
Cái tóc xanh nào.
하트를 좀 망한 거지 야. 그래도.
하려지.
alo
하라.
Shall be judged.
너 똑같이라
đây ủa chú sẽ gì đấy đó
싫어. Everything is possible 내가 이제 server.
chỉ để sao vậy anything is
I am
possible
the only judge
mà
of
là thú
myself.
mình đi phá nhau rồi tao mà đến đâu làm gì của chú nào rồi nó dịch tế hiện thì
cái tôi này bro, cái tôi bro.
얀잔
cảm giác
The
lực
shadow in my heart.
Cái rất tao về rồi.
In the abyss.
Nó mà tôi này đi đâu.
Only the strongest
Sao
shall survive.
Đâu. Ra đây đi không đâu. Sang em.
잠겨.
Nó ai chỉ ra rồi miệng đây rồi.
알아 되네 자기로 자기로.
Cái chiều lên cái thì mới
Ui.
Không tới chiều cái phụ tới thì mới phụ được cái
Killing
gì.
spree.
야.
Your team destroyed.
Ini mah kepain sama Ông đâu có mai.
Don't ever say her name.
로다 불레비.
Raphaela.
ê bro
Lost
Shut down.
Tàu đi.
Mega kill.
bloodshed and violence nourish me.
Get ready. Halala.
Đang là cái nó lấy lại sao cơ? Giờ đi sao bây giờ thì
À.
Ngoài nó tí tâm xuồng mà đâu.
Ông có sai cái kiểu cho cái châu mình cái là bà đã tôi sang tâm nó cái đó ai cái đấy bro. Tôi giết cái quá nó tầm cái lại vậy nên nó nói cái hay cái hết rồi thì xin cái này đấy mai cái to ba cần cái gì đó.
You foolish beast.
Ta thì giao thì zum chất bên này, đi bên năm bên này.
Ấy build copy gì cái đồ kẹp pro player kìa. Ai ba sai chỗ cái nó giết luôn nè.
There goes my
Alright, let's go.
Cái nào tiền cái tâm này nó cái thành trong ngôi mà thằng cái này trong rồi.
Cả số bị ấy
all
bạn.
shall be judged.
Này mẹ con. Năm mai mà amu với chụp thân đấy. À bra.
Để chơi nó khali betul khắc ya rồi con này.
The world born in darkness will end in
Ada lah
darkness.
cái đầu này.
Nè, hay rồi.
You were very clever. Be ready for my fury.
Phải tiền ra một triệu rồi. Anh cái gì vậy?
Gì vậy?
Ai ý. Ta không kịp gì.
Your team destroyed a turret.
Rồi game cho nó sensei, game cho nó các bạn. Let's go. Guys, là 1. Okay, nice. Ah. Spider thầm dần là một thanh game cái nào ai mà tăng chắn năm thầm mình như vậy.
Má Spider 60 seconds Spider xuống đi không cầm đi mà drop super đại thế nào nhá. Haro. Ini bro, masih one trick saja. Agak sekatan ni bro.
Mana kayak nuhari ya, anak-anak sana ini aja. Ini tuh sana nuhari ini dah. Aduh, di Hawaii nuhari tapi dah.
Niel dulu.
Sampai pun.
Wasit itu kata apa?
Sampai mana? Ini kayak nuhang bukan tadi.
Kanano itu.
Nalo.
Oh, nggak saya udah info sakit ya, tuh saya kumdam. Kanano ya teh ini
Mana
sih.
di game mana hari ini? Mana di game sana tuh. Aja, saya nak game tapi di bola tuh sengket tuh nih.
Your team is banning.
Ini kayak jadi.
Udah sakit ya masih.
Ini nuhari ini sao ini. Mia loh.
Mari yang kangen orang jani lah.
Dra ko dom tau he megi
sai ai boy sang i ha pa ko nai do ha dum nga ai ma to ko kanang king do dum ha da nang le
Please ban a hero.
ai ai mo sa de ko
ai follow back tàu với tiêu qua đây bu. Ai này có này sang bè rồi đúng không?
Lisa đó laptop tôi rồi. Lisa đang laptop cái rồi.
Quay lại, chơi cái lại.
Đang ở đi bàn thì khá giờ mà.
Subscribe cho. Cái nó mới bên tàu sang rồi, cái nó. Cứ chú đấy, khá là bên tàu này nó mà chú.
The enemy is picking.
Long time no see, but the Kilson, welcome bro. Yang garo.
Only love and night are everlasting.
Cái này là có cái show một cái cái này ở đâu là cái gì? Ai win rate IT 90 thôi. 99.9 thôi, tôi nói cái win rate.
9.9 cái gì? Ngô, cái nào?
Hope will find a way, even when all is forlorn. True love is like blood.
Chị anh đi pa sang thu đi tăng ai bún cho kim nào nó mà.
Ngoài tầm nhiêu mà nung chơi game rồi. Sáng cái bài đó.
Muscle of iron, bones of steel.
Đấy, nè tôi làm là pro quay đó. Biên tàu cái cái số đèn như số bậc à.
Là bao nhiêu cái nó?
Giờ đi chứ mà chỉ là gì bây giờ. Cái gì đồ cái gì cả.
The hunt begins.
Không có giá nó spy với
It's
à.
not every day you see such a handsome dragon
Mà ai cái
like
cái game chỉ cần up bài với cái game chỉ cần up bài rồi.
Ma đi tháo đồ cái này để làm để mang thuộc của năng.
À đúng rồi, năng bro.
I tolerate no invaders. Yeah.
Năng thuộc đồ tâm mà.
Ma này cái sang mình.
I've been waiting for too long.
Go ai mình sẽ ta.
Rồi mới baby cái nào ấy năng cái baby cái nông tại stream đó sao làm video này game sao đi bro.
Tutorial दिया आपने ये तो tutorial दिया आपने तो कई पे वो मिस करनी वो
Yêu gì vậy?
Mang à?
Phải người đâu phải vậy? Anh cũng thấy tôi.
Vengeance incarnate.
Rồi bây giờ cái sẽ lại không tôi nhỉ?
Ông sẽ cái nào nào bên nữa?
Anh cần thế.
Thì lại có tất cả rất nhiều quá này. Tha được cái số
Cái saya tôi nói với sao cái tha đi.
Atau mau pindah itu, kayak tahu gaya nona.
Tahu.
이도 năng cái có cái vật lẹp tá câu của lẹp à cái đây gì quá ê
April tại gì
cái nó quay ra
ai tàu ai siêu cái hay là siêu cái rồi quên mang cái sản rồi
ai một giáo về này
nó để tipo đi ai một giò ấy mà đi lọ
rồi lạc của ta sao cái tôi chỉ ngã thấy như chú ý rồi nào hai cái điều
vậy hồi thu bên trên chiếc cái nó mà đi ở hôm này
bên trên hay ở bên trên
ngoài
rồi đây ngoài rồi mà sao mà sen thấy như ngoài đi bên phần nào rồi đang đi mong con nhiều đó
vậy nên cái nó tao mua thì sẽ lên nó khác rồi nó pin này nó pin cái bia cái nó hồ rồi
nó pin cái bia hồi thu nơi bay hero mà đó
ai tao cái nào
đây tao qua cái đồng bột là tốt rồi cái con ô bột rồi
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed.
Chú đầu nó muốn đi sao lại gì có suy ra gì à tôi xin đầu ra
cái bay cao gì đấy
cái still hai ra nút rồi bro ruby giá cái heo ruby cái bay cái gì nữa
đủ lâu rồi đấy
chỉ là quay cái
I'm afraid it would be
ồ à tôi đi đâu
nó sẽ thả đâu
Some may fear death, but that wouldn't be me.
Đâu rồi đấy
Show yourself,
đi này rồi
you foolish beings.
Hay là cái này là
cái cái set up tôi xí rồi ya rồi ai cái số global đi liền rồi
rồi synergy rồi synergy rồi rồi nó trả
All shall be judged.
à tôi nhà cái số tao đấy nè hai năm này như cái nào có xem không có ra rồi
sao của yêu gì à mày
xong chưa
giáo gì
không sao level luôn á
mà lúc sáng cái này không ê à
xử lý mà ra nhỉ cho chúng mình mà tìm nó màu hoa này cái này có là chú không cái kia rồi thằng bác sĩ cái kia rồi thằng kia tao có đây mà
mà lúc sáng kiểu này nó quay mà sao
ấy gì cái này thì cái tao về gì cái này nó không vui lên mà để thì photo ra
đây có thôm nó phải
hello
có thô rồi
blue cái nón lâu đây sensei nè
There goes my mercy.
sắp tới rồi đây mà rồi
nó sẽ cần hôi rồi mới vậy đang hôi rồi ai blue rồi
không sao lo aduh thằng nào có trả biết to
bro ya ni trong cái đồ kìa
chỉ là lề vậy mình chỉ có sống trong
nhưng mà website sẽ ôi bro
ai chăng tao
Bloodshed and violence.
gato phim mình chỉ để dùng ta lùm bớt thật
mình tới level gato đó
Only the strongest shall survive.
thằng tiếng anh đang rồi đấy
tao biết gì đúng không mà
tôi mình hay à sẽ đây tôi chết rồi
tôi thân cái nào má mà
ôi
nếu như thân bị không nó bị chúng tao kìa đâu lo tao đâu rồi
cái này không có khối luôn này không
Don't ever say her name. Immortality or death.
Alo.
Bearing claims. Be ready for my fury.
ꯃꯣꯏ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯇꯨꯀꯠꯆꯕ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯅꯤ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯆꯪꯅ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯊꯨꯁꯤ ꯕꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯁꯤ ꯃꯊꯪ
ꯕꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯔꯅꯤ
ꯁ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯇꯥꯛ
ꯁꯦꯡꯗꯣꯛꯍꯟꯕꯤꯌꯣ
Nourish me.
Turtle Vision pame idu vector guys.
Turtle Argus Turtle Vision. Argus Turtle Vision. Taude asi gatok teo.
They fear death, but that wouldn't be me.
Hongdre. Oi mi.
Movie pasan nahi hijo.
Yeah, okay. Guys.
The shadow in my heart is deeper than the abyss.
Iya ba.
Ayan all. Activate ayagi.
Kabila đó tận năm nay mà kabila lúc thằng mà không trắng như thế này. Yes. Cái cái là mong rồi đi bao giờ?
Rồi sao rồi?
There goes my mercy. Immortality.
Cái đâu hay vậy?
Rồi mất liền nắm trên nào mới chịu. Chỉ tao giống nhà đi cô. Ôi.
Ôi đôi em phải kéo.
Ôi.
Đúng lâu rồi. Chạy ra bây giờ mới chơi chứ.
Mệt chưa. Slow. Eh, pick up Andre. Sorry.
Halo itu, nang halam ni.
Tao beriwa.
Clerics, be ready for my fury.
No, nang sige gitu kayo
Show yourselves.
Benji sendiri kita itu.
Lebih mata kau.
Dia lo blend kau itu kan.
Benji sih kau yang wow.
Don't ever say her name. The name.
Oi, Benji ni hello, oi.
Cái hero cái đó, ấy liền cái rồi cái đó chúng ta cái.
English game chơi cái gì lôi vậy đấy.
Đi.
My once merciful is burning with fury.
Ai game वो सी बहुत से पर लोचन में स्ट्रेट था. ये game.
Asigi Carmela je, kamu saat.
For the lost souls.
You recalling on the wrong person. Kamu
Kaya ba?
Kamu saat.
Adu tower se. Si.
I am the only judge of myself.
Oi, ta tu ba lo sập thu đang vô.
Xong rồi thì mà tấn này.
If it wasn't me,
Hala
I'm afraid it would be rough.
Ấy là mùi biết tôi này thì không được ăn gì hết.
Thì ông sao thì mình từng ngạc thấy thì mai đã gì đó ạ, mang kinh dân là ạ.
Ấy là mùi cục thuốc tao na, cái nó to hơn thì khăn thì mùi
đi đâu bro?
Pom re, sang ra mình mang ra.
Cả tôi thì xuống cái tổ kia ngay còn đây cả tổ rồi.
Ôi.
Born in darkness, will end in darkness.
Bộ làm ra đi theo chạy man phục.
Criminal nốt.
Cái nó nhỏ thì.
Game rồi, hala no game rồi. Cái nó lo, cái todo điều từ đâu vậy?
Đó thì đó đi.
Will end in darkness.
Bro, ấy chỉnh tôi vào ngồi dễ, anh post tàu đối gì. This is my dog.
Xin cái bản ra rồi.
Nó đi là cái ông mà cái gì rồi này.
Overbearing clerics, be ready for my fury.
Xong lo. Xin
Cái video này không mấy là gì mà cái gì.
Số phim sao ya đấy. Cái pick up thì mất tầm mà nè. Ta. Ôi, Mickey Man biết cái đâu đấy.
Nó xí lo ido. anh tàu kìa ăn bro mà chỉ ăn bro thật
apik pa kan pangnya lakna tadi tahu
Đây nó không có thấy rồi cái gió mà đi ngoài là trong sâu.
Don't ever say her name. The name.
Tụi em nào cái gì cũng hay là sao mi mà tôi qua tao chào thuần nghiệp cơ tất cả thằng rồi
anh em thì có thể mình ngoài rồi
nói thì là ai cái gì cũng cái cơ cái tao chào thuần rồi bây giờ mình thằng rồi
If it wasn't me, I'm afraid it would be Raphael.
sai rồi
thì bây giờ vui chỉ sợ gần thế ai rồi
amo sa nó làm cho xua một là cái quái nào
ya tôi vừa tăng rồi tôi đó
Anh tôi vui gió thì có nên thôi được.
Bloodshed and
cái khu quật tôi này coi em kia là quật đi sao
quật
Riêng cái khu của tôi là em kia không cần
I am the only judge of myself.
vui chỉ sợ gần player cả hai cái giết place cái nó quay sang không của đó đâu hai tụi vui rồi
There goes my mercy.
solo oh ya cho lagi
Some may fear death, but that wouldn't be me.
vì là mai chỉ có cái thân
cái tôi vẫn đang đi brother what are you doing here
eh boy vamos a punga ta ra no dân người quật thu
If it wasn't me, I'm afraid it would be Raphael.
là phải ra tôi pull up này tôi nè
hay lót to kìa
nó to cái nó chơi
sai phân ban chuông đây à ai blue rồi đây cũng ai cũng ta lord tôi hay bên tiền thì thông ai blue
Show yourselves, you foolish beings.
okay Hello, yes.
Some may fear death.
vamos a sí que nos dio su cual ni dio muy que no hay en que nos dio con él
Rano.
pañal de con él
Sì, sì, no.
No.
Hai agak ben tauran di kange.
Trong mà tôi cái đó rồi.
Born in darkness.
Đang còn lột ho. Ai kia lo chen kiểu rồi.
Atente, silo. Fica aí, abre, tá subir. Vamos.
Overbearing clerics.
Game fury.
Raúl. Tranquilo. Come on, discipline, come on.
Về đây kêu mà.
Chính lo cái vậy nhé, nó tận chi rồi. Itu gato je ben tong je ngoại thì. Lên những năm đều.
Review it is less.
PDD.
PDD ya te bayang gitu.
PDD treo.
No, Michelo.
Ai blue rồi đấy.
Only the strongest shall.
Đồ tối là cũng lên vào cái kia rồi.
Giấy nào lo.
Semua ini di sini sudah. Sih. Kita dapat.
Vai thế cái lỗ nó quật bên cô vai.
Mene, sebes. Bisa sudah pasal dia. Aku kau ayah jauh ke.
Stop. Thôi, pun cái gì vậy?
Mau pantara tak boleh.
Ama kau tahu nak gitu. Mau pun cái gì?
Hau tri wali.
Gula saya.
Ai MLBB ka mun ngam rồi.
Aina damage pai ra đi, yaar.
Ai go to ke ne ya lo ni me
Go pe dam to man go.
Hau tori hay là cái hau tori ngay coi nhìn xem rồi.
Hồ cái đây game điều. Đó hàng gì, đó ta bro. Ngang gì global sai cái sát chích tôi lấy.
Hau tori gì mới vậy, chỉ có cái gì.
Là chỉ có sai gì mà nào chịu tụi này.
Advertise tꯧꯔꯤ ꯍꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯤ
ꯑꯁ 60 ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯁꯜꯂꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯨ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯅꯪ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯉꯝꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯨ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯀꯥꯏꯗꯅꯣ
ꯂꯣꯕꯤꯗꯤ ꯆꯪꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ
ꯀꯅꯥꯅꯣ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯦꯠꯁꯇꯣ ꯌꯦꯡꯒꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯏꯗꯤ
ꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯦꯠꯁ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯁꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯣ
ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯁꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯉꯥꯏꯈꯣ ꯃꯣꯏ
ꯇꯣꯔꯅꯥꯃꯦꯟ ꯂꯣꯕꯤꯗꯤ ꯆꯪꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯦꯠꯁ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯁꯦ ꯁꯦꯟꯁꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯃꯦꯠꯁ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯁꯦ
ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯀꯨꯏꯅ ꯂꯩꯕꯅꯦ ꯃꯣꯏꯗꯣ ꯉꯥꯏꯈꯣ ꯗꯤꯁꯀꯣꯔꯗ ꯑꯃ ꯆꯪꯉ ꯌꯦꯡꯒꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯂꯩꯔꯕ
ꯉꯥꯏꯈꯣ ꯑꯩ ꯂꯣꯕꯤ ꯉꯥꯛ ꯂꯩꯌꯣ ꯁꯤ ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨꯁꯦ ꯉꯥꯏꯈꯣ ꯉꯥꯛꯇꯪ ꯗꯣꯠ ꯇꯧꯍꯟꯁꯦꯕ
ꯉꯥꯏꯈꯣ ꯊꯣꯛꯈꯤꯅꯣ ꯉꯥꯏꯈꯣ
ꯉꯥꯏꯈꯣ ꯉꯥꯛꯇꯪ ꯗꯣꯠ ꯇꯧꯍꯟꯁꯦꯕ
ꯑꯃ ꯍꯥꯞꯆꯜꯂꯣ ꯑꯃ ꯍꯥꯞꯆꯜꯂꯣ ꯌꯥꯔꯦ
ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯔꯤꯁꯦꯟꯇꯩ ꯈꯪꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯔꯤꯁꯦꯟꯇꯩ ꯑꯣꯐꯔ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯆꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯗꯤ ꯉꯥꯛꯇꯪ ꯗꯣꯠ ꯇꯧꯍꯟꯁꯦꯕ
ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯔꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯔꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯉꯥꯛꯇꯪ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯊꯣꯛꯁꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯨ
ꯊꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ
ꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯌꯦꯅꯤ ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨ ꯁ꯭ꯋꯥꯏ ꯂꯣꯏ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯦ
ꯀꯥꯏ ꯆꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯕꯦꯇꯜ ꯅꯥꯏꯠꯀꯤ
ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯐꯥꯏꯜꯗ ꯌꯦꯡꯉ ꯑꯩ ꯁꯛ ꯊꯨꯒꯦ
ꯑꯣ ꯂꯩꯗꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯃꯤ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯨꯇꯥ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯣ
ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯐꯥꯏꯜ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯅꯪꯅ ꯇꯨꯇꯥꯏ ꯉꯥꯎꯕꯅ ꯇꯧꯔ
ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯇꯨꯇꯥꯏ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯗꯤ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯆꯦꯟ ꯊꯤꯟꯖꯟꯒꯦ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯦ ꯄꯩꯁꯥ ꯍꯥꯠꯇꯕ
ꯇꯥꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯗꯤꯁꯀꯣꯔꯗꯇꯗꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯆꯦꯛ ꯀꯩꯀꯥ ꯇꯧꯅꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯦ ꯈꯟꯕꯗ
ꯍꯣꯏ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯆꯦꯛꯀꯤꯡ ꯅꯨꯡ ꯇꯧꯔꯝꯒꯅꯤꯌꯦ ꯑꯃ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯜꯂꯁꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯣ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
ꯍꯧꯕ ꯅꯪꯗꯣꯏ ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯦ ꯑꯩꯗꯤ ꯁꯠ ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯟꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ
ꯕꯣꯝꯕ꯭ꯂꯥ ꯊꯥꯖꯟꯕꯤ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯕꯣꯝꯕ꯭ꯂꯥ ꯂꯪꯊꯗꯣꯏꯅꯤ ꯃꯈꯥꯗ
ꯇꯥꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯍꯧꯗꯣꯏꯗꯤ ꯍꯧꯔꯣꯏ ꯌꯥꯔꯦ ꯑꯃ ꯇꯧꯁꯜꯂꯁꯤ
ꯁꯦ ꯇꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔ ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯦ
ꯇꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯤꯕꯣ ꯂꯣꯕꯤ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯤꯁꯤꯗꯤ
ꯑꯁꯤ ꯊꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯅꯤꯅꯦ ꯆꯠꯂ
ꯊꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯅꯤꯅꯦ
ꯃꯣꯏꯗꯣ ꯉꯥꯏꯔꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯔꯦ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯣꯂ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯝ ꯇꯧꯁꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯣ
ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯂꯤꯡ ꯊꯥꯔꯛꯀꯦ
ꯁꯤ ꯀꯥꯡꯕꯨꯁꯦ ꯌꯦꯡꯉ ꯉꯥꯛꯇꯪ ꯅꯣꯛꯈꯤꯅꯦ
ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯐꯂꯥꯏꯟ ꯆꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯊ꯭ꯔꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯁꯜꯂꯨꯔꯣ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯥꯔꯠ ꯀꯥꯏꯁꯤꯜꯂꯨꯔꯣ
ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯑꯃꯣꯆꯥ ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯁꯦ ꯀꯥꯔꯃꯦꯂꯥꯁꯦ ꯗꯣꯟ ꯔꯤꯀꯣꯜ ꯄꯥꯏꯁꯜꯂꯨꯁꯦ
ꯑꯃꯨꯆꯥ ꯆꯠꯂꯣ ꯅꯪꯉꯣꯟꯗ ꯀꯣꯜ ꯀꯥꯞꯄꯝꯕꯗꯨꯅꯦ
ꯅꯪꯉꯣꯟꯗ ꯀꯣꯜ ꯀꯥꯞꯄꯝꯕꯗꯨꯅꯦ Don't recall on the wrong person.
question given, don't recall wrong person. Thagam Discord link thagam ne idonda. Odagi Rahul ka chakra.
Moi tharo ai maga.
Tang.
Ai Discord yaman.
Kanano bombo khairi.
Sida hai thi ha mayang ka lai. Ai saw ko ne alu bom le lang ga ni makha de mathak te. Phai na ulo.
Tu thai do thu ni da 70 ki yare kai ye 70 ki no ai ja. Tai da hai kai ai to history enge tu tai da ha bihari do ber kai wari no ja.
Kana ai history
ai argas one trick ni he hai ro ai jo argas one trick one level ko da daily server da di Bengal da pai phang de ba ben to ba
mai argas one trick si ko
atro mo pi hap chala game am to thara jina ko pa pai lo salang ja
hap chalo mai ku pa si ko am ti
horo
yes
horo
nai ne
argas ka ko pa pun ngi lo re game
Kai kasu kana Rahul lama ma thu sango
oi
Rahul mi ho na ge
thu ro ko yauti
anh lo cái si kamu hui game si kan de
mai ma
Rahul ma thu cái này mà oi thu
ko lam tak solo
ko yau do Rahul ja
yauti
아무도 메시지 찾으러 성호요 오빠 뭐는 오빠 정호 작투
정호 nâng là tất cả phải thu rồi hậu rồi này kia gì
suy trầm làm mày đó cái bố liên opa gót làm mày ama habo
horo
Rahul tiếng bay rồi qua đây tiếng bay mình là ngồi thu ai qua đây bảo sai ông yên để xính ông hoài ai nó cần chỉnh tâm tàu cái đâu
ai tàu cái tiếng
speaker by the miss by the goal by the cultura
sẽ ai khi huy
ý đồ nó history hàng ngồi gì ý đồ
history đang khuyên nổi đấy này khuyên được thầm ya biết không
ya is mà lại hey
ê à po yao ý đồ nó phi cái thằng nào vậy này này này
cái châu cái đó bôi là coi đâu à
châu gì ra đây nó quấn mình
MVP มาแล้วว่านี่ก็ behind the scene เกียร์ดีๆนักท่านก็เตาเลยจ้ะ
behind the scene push ได้นี่ก็
behind the scene เดี๋ยวนี้มวยhyper กันแล้วนี่เอียดกันเนี่ยมาเจน
Pakai
bro kana na ka to ma le ra jule se po ni bro
Maha kumur je na. Maha kumur je.
Pai acha da ga chu ka ni le.
yam na hit ta server se kar mo ni ja ge am ta hai ro bengal se mo ai tam ni bro
Doi sab sa.
आज क्यों ना चली यार भाई तो नहीं चली नहीं तम चली व्हाट्स पार्टी के है तो दो मैं मैच होगा ही नहीं डिस्कॉर्ड संग नो बता ना
aku
Pai ro ji opio football to ro lo.
Ai jungle liu mà pitu re gì
no you ai nè usually
To ko ma
गोल चलो लो
Your team is banning.
अब तक hai ông mới giải sầu thế này.
Kamu sanang na po ni ko hay no.
amo sa ako din ne ma sip nati ma sip popol pa yak trade niya ay di kayo to kita kani pola kani
Ko ai ke nom pa ho ge. Ji long pa ho.
Your team is picking.
Ai rom pa ro am to.
paro ba
Why can I games?
Always on the way.
pandum do kai no ma sin thi to pandum na tim ne bo
ni Paul mai bam
Only love and night are everlasting.
Ông giải sim exang 8 thôi.
Pa dum do kai no ma ji thi to ai.
May the blood of my enemies flow from my spear.
na asi dang hangala mo ko pa ja aduga ate lo paisa lo yare
kali
Light will fall prey to shadow.
ai kai no
EXP paro doi de.
nang kai no ba ga ra
Ai miss pa ge.
exp kai le ga
Hey ya ro ye. Ni tia.
ya tu ya rồi
Wipe out all the injustice in the world.
brother
Game je po to ra.
hai xin
Salo
chào
mo sa
welcome
exp le ni tho salo
It's my way or the highway.
Pizza to em ko. Bi shi tik to lai to em XP.
tao ai tiền biển
Hoot hoot. Horology is my craft. Diggy is my name.
Ito nang so pa kaya. Ay may boy di. Boy to.
si dono asi kang goji kang ko to no
Miss bro.
Nang nanti
Sangi.
lunok cái paro si maning jahat pe oi chang yun.
Lunok siya.
Humble and Koopa
Ya na
are the
to para
best
lunok to
partners
ay
in
si
the
pa ay
world.
ngam na bro.
Ya le on thong ne ya hoi rong lo. Pan pa ne ro.
Nuai yes
My dream
ai có mấy
was.
pa thì ai pa cái bro thì nó quấy xào với pa tận này quấy xào rồi pa tận liền
Go khoi go le ka na amo sa ka sa do le.
xa rồi ấy tàu yêu nobody believes in you you lost again and again tàu yêu
I am Scorpio, devourer of the stars.
ai char
Roll down.
and you still looking at your dream
Second skill halor ka me kano le ko magic ki putule ka sang ko na tay mo digi po ki cham ni ko.
On thong le ji ni de.
Po ka 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 na sau sin nakan.
thứ bảy dream guy thực chạy pai là cái tàu này bro
Game nem pu ra support pu ba.
Support. Quantum charge po ko.
sea games support em lên cho mấy
Quantum charge okay, quantum charge ya. Quantum charge ka ji.
thank you for 20 rupees donation bro
Isu cái lên liền. Mày
Okay, atram sa de kana oi one hero user me am ji kala ngam gap di tho ji ko opi to ji kali support ko yo nam ga ji si.
si Gabriel tu ai mà nó.
thật ra rằng cả tôi sẽ vấn đề IT lấy Empire West number 69 nâng tôi 69 nó bro lấy đến 99 luôn
Ta chu vi mà ra thì mày ăn mà
5
ra.
seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them.
Ai em girlfriend.
All troops deployed.
วิชาเดิมมากจริง
Okay.
โอ้ยอะดูคุณจังดูตัวโน้นไปอ่ะ
โอ้ยเกมเก่าสิไม่ใช่นานเราจะโดนเลย
รีกันเลย
เล่นเอสวินไหนจะหรอพี่วิดีโอเนี่ย
Overbearing clerics, be ready for my fury.
ในเลย
Initiate retreat.
เข้ม
โลนี่ตัวโลนี่ตัวโลนี่ตัวนี่ตัวโลนี่ตัว vamos a salir salve ya go Torre es
There goes my mercy.
想听真英的脸呢，我在。
Don't ever say her name. The name Rafaela.
เข้ามาตบ
The shadow in my heart is
มาเลย
아직까지 혈관 정말 이임을 우리래요.
มั่งเลยตรงมั่งเลย
รองกว่าเจ๊ทันอะไรวะนี่ยัง
for the lost souls.
ya kan no gini kok mau dia kok dekat no
Bloodshed and violence nourish me.
이 조절 아니가
ไอ้อูเร็ว
สเตจแปลงมาตอนนี้
Only the
wait sat
strongest
เอาkan tahuเราsatเรา
ที่ง่ายมัว
ผ่านน้ำเงินนี่
Request
nanga 좀 작게 쳐도 좀 내리 저러 nang 저러 거기 올라
อะไรที่เขาอยู่ในนั้นอะไร
ไอ้ที่
immortality or death.
ally has slain the turtle.
ไอ้เงินวันหาบ้านนี่เลยมีการตัว
골라 못 내면 짱아
고곡 존나 필요.
어디 그노 되기 조시 좀 라이브 전에 또 벌레 넌 나무하겠다 오네. 나무하는 것이 봐야 돼.
난 맞는 거래.
My once merciful heart is burning with fury.
왜
엄라.
야 알았어 야 추
I am
그
the judge of myself.
잘했다 미간이 뭐
ชื่อโลโก้มาลาหรือชื่อโลโก้
ผมว่าที่ลุงจะดี
Show yourselves, you foolish beings. Some may fear death, but that would mean me.
헤이 아.
이게 미리sit 올라오네.
Born in darkness will end. Immortality or death.
아이 이제 내 말이
Some may fear death,
맞아
but that wouldn't be me.
Go on, take it. Paris.
아까 제가 저기 보싱함 들어봤다 티 이제 뭐야
로 쇼도 아니 이제 그냥 무거운 걸로 좀.
เรียนเช้าโดนเลยไปแล้วเดี๋ยวเดียวเดินผมก็หลงแต่
Immortality or death.
ที่จะว่า
오 쉣. 어이씨. 이게 이제 돌아갔나?
kopi atram kok ningang banyak
There goes my mercy.
Ult is not ready.
kita ni macam ada
My once merciful heart is burning with fury.
You have slain an enemy.
이따 봐.
macam macam satu kia
이제 감다 봐 뭐.
If it wasn't me, I'm afraid it would be Rafaela.
Immortality.
Thu rồi thì cái này chúng nó không có thuốc cũng không đâu rồi.
Abang boleh orang mana itu.
Kan tu yang lah, kau tu kau.
Overbearing clerics, be ready for my fury.
Nanti lah cerah, LTD okay.
Ai lại tao cho nên đó.
Ult is not ready.
Show yourselves, you foolish beings.
Kau ada delete ni, delete again and again and again. Allah tar karo. Tunggu. You're still looking at the brain. Oh, is he?
Destruction lives on.
Pietra mi main nahi besi di sonda.
Ada baik kalau tu padar man thai bene.
Your team destroyed a turret.
Bloodshed and violence nourish me. The shadow in my heart is deeper than the abyss.
¿Dónde era me?
Kana muy especial.
The wolf
Lagi dari
Oi. Vaya, sallo yang ini dia.
immortality.
Main otro. Solo. Muerto. Oh, vale, a ti ya me sigue dando. El link no dará coño. Healing do bro. Ripeterà che non c'è che non chiaro cosa.
Only the strong survive. There goes my mercy.
Wait, I'll go top.
But that wouldn't be me.
Usidre, hey.
Vamos a silau.
Lost souls.
Bro. Nanti kalau mau tak taruh ye. Ai speed में छान सके मिलन बॉबी को क्या वो पूरा कुछ आना है मुझे तो शूट था करो तो
Our turret has been destroyed.
Đấy, chú bà chính tỏ đi bro. Cái ra này nó có bài. Itu solo. Jadi ini yang belakang.
All shall be judged, be it human or demon.
Lột thuốc cái nắp sniper đầu tiên có nắp này không.
Show yourselves, you foolish beings.
Lo, so dali dai.
It wasn't me. I'm afraid it would be Raphael.
Anh ta kéo đấy.
Only the strongest shall survive. Bloodshed and violence nourish me. I am the only judge of my immortality.
Your team destroyed a turret.
Digil aldım.
này đi đâu anh
야 몸을 하얀 거 나가 이기는
ôi tigil đi kira pasnya sum yang cinta roji dah
ha agak story na jinga tali apa na tamti na alam mana rồi ai gel cái sadi rồi bro one trick video ore he mai ko pa ne này hingi wa này
ngô lại ngô
lại
tengah mà
The shadow in my heart
sao
is deeper than the
nang
abyss.
mà cerita ni kok sao tôi cái này
cái gì chỉ áo được tay nè
áo đầm
Don't ever say her name. Immortality or death.
gogo tiro
Fury
đi
continues.
đi rồi
mình sẽ thông cho nhà này cô ở tiêu đi áo đấy thu cái bộ tí kỳ này này bộ làm nó xì rồi nè thu cái bộ cho là
biết chứ hỏi đến rồi tôi đâu có ai biết tôi cái xong mà được
đi cô cháu ghé đi cô cháu đi cô
My once merciful heart is burning with fury.
thu mai bộ thì coi thế nào thì bác sĩ thật sự là bác ata để coi nó thi tụ
mới buổi sáng nào đây à chị ai
Some may fear death, but that wouldn't be me.
vô logo ai xong tôi biết tôi biết mang rồi
rồi thì
lối sang người rồi
tập thu rồi chứ cái nồi gì
If it wasn't me, I'm
go
afraid
cái nó
it would
đi
be
nó
Rafaela.
go lại go lại khăn mà go
Be ready for my
khăn
fury.
ra play
Lên chấp tôi lo chơi lên rồi hack game
mà giờ này cái gì vậy dễ em có
lối chìm cái ra
xin đây cái gì
cái tóc nguồn
mai bộ bố 산소이 này 산소이 happy gì rồi tôi biết mà
ôi mi
đang cày nó ăn nào bỏ
lấy khăn này
Julius phải mấy sau ra không thì này
hold three ai gì hold three
nó mà thiệp cho lông lên rồi đã ông là không giá thì gì chứ mà
Don't ever say her name.
thì cái gì ông thấy được ăn không thì hả bạn mai mà
Rafaela. Bloodshed and violence nourish me.
lưu chỉ cái tăng tầm đâu rồi được lâu rồi
Your team destroyed a turret.
ê go đi tàu này nó đi tàu
Strongest shall survive.
ta bảo mình chia chiếu tâm này
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. You have slain an enemy.
không ra xong
nó pro kìa cái bố còn này
I am the only judge of myself.
rất về cái pro cái này pro còn này bro
rồi
nó giống thôi cái cô nhà lắm cái gì đó
thì có giá trâu kéo quá thì cái mới play hậu đâu ạ
ai cái xem phòng tiền luôn đi cái
nghe nghe
to defeat them have actually been both from Manipur. One of them is going to play tonight. The other one had to take an early exit. Eliminators had to take the early exit, but Meow Gang, another team that has always moved.
그런 상황 따라 디스코드 상황이야 디스코드 디스코드 상황이 랩타라게요
Kayno induga ko kanong hay na mini.
아마 걔네로
Ante ngoi ki da kanong hay may that one thing and that.
Even as a wanderer,
따라
the days
디스코드 상황이
we have for
랩타래
leisure are far and few between.
What's party orgy guys
따로
타이
바로 사투
타래
알아 와 스트림 가이 오케이
그러면
Even if I were an ant,
알루마는
I
요에
would protect the grass overhead.
돌아네 건물 먹고 한답니다 거기는
Right. In the state of Manipur, we know that the competition is high, the competitive spirit is high. It is a closely knit community in Manipur, especially given the fact that they like to speak the regional language, the local language, and it just goes to show that the pride that these teams want to carry moving forward into the competition. We know some of the teams that we kind of expected to register out of there by registering into a different state. And of course, they are playing within the rules and regulations, ladies and gentlemen. So don't worry about it. They are playing within the rules and the regulations of the tournament and just making a strategic route. But for the other teams that could have done the same, like for example, eliminators like Sports, these teams could have done the same thing. But I think the fact that they wanted to go out of Manipur as the top team, it's that pride that they want to bring to the table. So now the question goes out to both of you. If out of these two teams, whoever makes it out, it's a best of 5, of course. Whoever makes it out will have that state pride. Will carry that burden, I would say. It's not, heavy is the crown for the king who wears it, and this is the moment, the king of Manipur. This is what we're talking about. We are talking about the kings of Manipur, who are king slayers themselves. Meow Meow Gang and Why So Weak. Will this burden to be a little too heavy for them to bear?
Well, so I'll go first for this time, but yeah. It's going to be quite tough. It's having the ability to or all the teams that come to challenge you for all the tournaments you participate in, your name's always going to be high. Any mistake you make, it's going to reflect on your entire team, your entire history, or what you're going to do in the future. If Meow Gang makes it through this, they're going to be known as one of the greats here in the NEC. But afterwards, if they lack the skill and motivation and effort to continue, they're going to receive a lot of backlash as well from the teams who defeated. And if they take the crown from them, yeah. But that's what we like to see also sometimes, because it's not always. It's fun to see your favorite team on the top, but it's always fun to have a new king every now and then, which you can call me biased for that, but I like the competition here for Manipur. It's healthy sometimes, it's toxic sometimes, but all in all, everyone's just having fun, and that's what we want while playing the game.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Exactly. And I think you know what, Scared, before we come to you, I know our streamer and the viewers kind of want to get this match started, right? It's a best of 5 series. It's the state finals. We all want to see the action, but guess what, folks? We want to see more people come in. We want to see more people in the chat. We have less than 200. We want it to go up. That's why we're dragging on this conversation a little longer. We want you to get all of you viewers and share the stream, like, comment, because of course this is the team that will be crowned the top team in Manipur. Of course, we are in one of the biggest tournaments India has to offer for Mobile Legends 5, the Northeast Cup, powered by Battle Knights Esports. And I think it's only season 1, but of course, the winner of this game will be crowned champions of Manipur. Believe it or not, you can go. You can spam in your rank games. You can take screenshots, share in your WhatsApp stories, Instagram stories, whoever it is. The team that makes it out of this match is definitely the state champion, and they will carry that term, but they will carry that nomenclature for a long time. And as long as there will be another Northeast Cup in the state of Manipur, like for that state, until then, one of these teams will carry that burden of being the strongest team. And I say it's a burden, Scared Yet, I think you know what I'm talking about. Having lost in a ranked game, they're gonna be ridiculed. If they lose somewhere, they're gonna be made fun of. So Scared, I know we want to start. I know he says over here, start the game. It's a little late, but guess what? Tell the players. The players are ready. We want more viewers. Get them in. We will start the game, folks. Scared, what do you think?
I mean, I think so. You're absolutely correct with that. And yeah, it also comes down to the fact how big the responsibilities are, those expectations of all your fans, everyone who've been watching you. You've taken down the kings of this game, and now you are the ones who have got a bounty on your head and on your back. So, of course, they're all ready. We are all ready to jump into the game, Kronos. I'm getting way too excited.
Okay, ba?
Hey, we want to heard the message. We want to see a little bit going on. We want to see everybody come in. We're waiting to see that viewership that we want to hit. So of course, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to head into the draft phase for the state finals of Manipur. State pride on the line. I was your host, Kronos, but from now on, Linwell, the caster, along with Scared Yet, are going to take it away. And I got this energy pumping because I just had my coffee, folks. But of course, I think Meow Meow Gang and Wise.
Oh, hurry, pick game, hold on.
Draft is all yours.
Indeed. Thank you very much for that, Kronos. But yeah, as you mentioned, we will be heading into draft, and alongside me is gonna be Scared Yet on your castle. For now, these two teams that we have in our hands. Meow Meow Gang on the blue side, Why So Weak on the red side. First draft starting off, best of 5 series, and it is gonna be quite interesting in the first game. As we see both teams, adjust a little bit to the other meta or go for those, respect bans every now and then. But yeah, Scared, what are your expectations there coming in for the state of the
conversation that you began and the expectations from the state of Manipur are absolutely high. If there is any team who can actually stop the invasion of the others into their own area, it is definitely Manipur. Yes, there are some other regions as well. There's also IGN, multiple teams, but eventually it boils down to the fact as to how solid the entire region is because of the fan base and how they constantly depict that their region is best. This is the best event, or you could say the top tier event where you can where you can keep all the expectations high for all the viewers and actually stand on to them. So again, this draft itself is going to be the main storyline as to what might happen to either of these teams who make it to the Swiss stage.
Indeed. This just might even add to the lore of Manipur here and the NEC. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait and see for the plot to thicken there. We'll possibly, that will probably start after we go into the game or have a couple of rounds from these two teams. But yes, looking so far, which Kronos did also say, but I'm top contenders. They went against ABM. For the best of 7 series, lost 4-3, but that's a really good. Really good odds, and yeah, there are a lot expected from them coming into this tournament. Maybe could even face them off in when we go to the Swiss stage, but that's a story for a different day. And although Why So Weak here, a little bit of an underdog. They have not been known much as a team, but all these players here, these very seasonal players. Who have been playing for a very long time. It's a really familiar name if any of you are OG players back in the day. But yeah, a lot of expectations here for both these two teams once again. But
best of 3 best of 3 best of 3
because as you mentioned, it is going to be nasty, and again, looking at this draft now, the last man is 100% going to be Chip. If you let it slide, you're just going to pick it up whatsoever. You don't want that to happen. We've already seen the potential that Apex showed back in the day when we were having the qualifiers to the other stage. And ABM again, they became one of the first teams to qualify. But wait a second, they banned the Aurora. Chip is open. This is definitely 100% chip. It should be.
Not in the first game.
Carmela Bayern ni chip counter tower.
They don't go for the chip.
Chip counter Carmela. Wah ni ko chip thado ko.
Nah,
Gusion hai ko mai. My audience.
I like the homework that they know that Meow Meow Gang they don't really like to play chip, so they just left it open and tried to prioritize the bans for the EXP jungle and then went in for the mid lane. But I really do not like the early Vexana pick, at least not in the first picking phase. I kind of wanted it in the second half of the first pick, because now they've kind of picked up the high loss, they picked up the Vexana. Understandable that a high loss is a flex pick, but I really do feel that there's a lot of possibility for Meow Meow Gang to go for a comp that can actually disengage as well, and there's a possibility for them to pick up the Edith or also the chip, maybe both.
Pick top the moi she's production na soi bane haba drop ti tawi haba moi ngang si ta dro.
Oh, hoi do di tai.
Meow Meow na tu sin lo gren adagi Vexana ga Hyros ka lokot kre wa ken na.
Utri. Orang yang tu bayar, aku thabi dia nak lewat bro, mau jangan lagi.
As soon as there was a high loss pick on the other side, I kind of knew that you need something to kite around with. Now a CC pick is understandable, but again, I think so that's a very early CC pick. There's still a 4 years that got a lot of possibility, but there should be a jungler lock-in. From Why So Weak, you've got quite a lot of possibilities. Maybe with a high loss with again Vexana. If you really want, you can go in for the dive in. You can try and go for an Alpha Hayabusa. Well, works as well. Absolutely, there's a Gusion on the other side. Go for Hayabusa. On the other side, now you can ban out those edicts. Now you can ban out the chips.
Facebook Live thay ra bên này. Animal thay ra vào YouTube. Price क्या होएगी इसकी तो नहीं जाएगा. 3 लाख में आऊँ
especially against comma hits sir. The rotations from the side. Alongside the
Nagaland के divine में जम कार आता है.
Against 27 here on the CC, which I think is very early on. Yeah, the chip there gonna be banned. Obviously, Roman goes into the hands of team. Which Carmilla with
I like the Carmilla as well, because yes, understandable. Stick around together, but here's the thing. Your composition sticks around together, but so we can eventually put this high loss in the room. Considering how they banned out the chip as well, it kind of shows that they would eventually want to do that. Plus, in terms of a CC high loss,
moi kan on pulau na nipan hai ba 7 state hoga other state hoga
pull up team tara as well as in that wave clearing. You could work around with it, but whatever. Ling has been banned out, so again, trying to choke down the jungle pool, but there's not a major story as such which you can figure out from the draft. It's just a very reactive based of draft right now, and again it's a Tigreal ban. Understandable, you've kind of banned out a hero that can disengage or re-engage a lot, so there's something along the lines of a dive that will come in from Meow Meow Gang in the next yeah, it should be a Garrot pick.
Possible.
Ruby no two no hana tu no.
Ruby ting kan ini ngau itu apang macam and could look to potentially get the but I think they probably want to surprise have the high pick gang. Like, is this Romer? Is this I'm like trying to give these players a 5-head race.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you mentioned about the guy. They've eventually gone for it. Now either of them can be flexed into any of the lanes, but I still feel Gadot should go into the EXP. Helps you out in the rotation as well. Plus with the high loss, you really have just one dimensional comp where you just go for the glorious pathway dive inside of it. Now what do you really need? You need something that can actually if it's a Fredrin jungle, I don't really
Granger,
I don't think so. There's it's a carry game. You pick a carry, you eventually win the game.
You've got a
pretty solid front to back composition as well. With Game on the other side, you've got the disengage for the glorious pathway. You've got a big Fana in the mid lane who will Meow Meow gang is losing the river control.
Yep.
我ช่วยชิมไปเต้หรอมาเนี่ยเพื่อนงานกันเนี่ยหรอ
ก็ดีเคลีมีสุดใจนะนู่นน่ะออโรรานั่นแล้วตุ้มมีออโรราต้องตีเลยออโรราต้องเยี่ยเลยข้างกันนะอัมมามีเยี่ยเลยข้างกันเนี่ยต้องพิชันมาเนี่ยอยู่
ว่าไฮโลสุดอันนี้ทั้งตัวเลยนี่ไฮโลสองคนโลวิด
รับดีตัวอีกอ่ะ
I love it. It works really well. You can pair it up with the Avatar of the Guardian as well. The Bennett Slays can lock them down. You put the law in order onto one person. Again, the Bennett Slays, the Biru's passion can burst through the entire backline. The only condition for Meow Meow Gang is that they make sure Mirio is the one who scales up over the late game. And again, this early, they don't really have a lot of damage there. And I think so we eventually have one of the draft. They can close this one out in a 1-0 fashion if they play their cards right for the win condition.
Yeah,จะไม่ใช่ขนาดนั้นเลย
And yeah, the Joseph here. I'm not so sure, man. Scared. They just might change.
My Pedrin new.
The fate for
new mobile game. My Pedrin.
Anh kể đầu này có Pedrin bay rồi.
Ôi, cooldown của Vera này, my thiên mà nào.
Best of the best of five, the best of five. What's that game? The boy mà chị em tôi rồi, rồi cho quay thảo ra cho bro.
Mày am chẳng đọc thân nhà rồi đấy, cho nên ô rồi đấy.
Bay sẽ thật sự nên tàu đi.
Like from mấy mà. Analyze to cái like from.
Thế thì cái du this thing nó bị đâu đó. Thing nó bị đâu vậy nó.
As well as Weiser weak.
It's
gonna come up on top. It's gonna be a best of 5. I'm your caster Linwa. Join me in the casting desk. Bring you that colorful commentary. It's gonna be scary.
Thank you so very much for that, Lynn. And as you mentioned about this perfectly, this is going to be super important. What Meow Meow Gang are doing. They're using the advantage to give Mirio some the way her rotation of ASAP is going. Took the purple first, going in for the orange, will eventually move to they've got a kind of a losing matchup because 27 is just going to out and that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, he's giving the vision, he's giving the info. Backs out perfectly when Charger X comes
Goal to priest of Bigret Naire.
But 27 gets a tall.
But look at the bottom side, low HP on Beatrix.
Hai lô sẽ thằng có khăn nấm sàn là bị lây là nhiều này.
He's just so tanky.
Yeah, what a poor pattern in pattern in. Got to
wants to go in, but you know, Fradrin trying to dive is going to be pretty hard. Joseph gets the level 4. Still being taunted and still giving a slow game. Doesn't want to give his level 4 before the turtle fight, which is quite detrimental being a CC.
Good win condition coming in from Why So Weak as of now. They understood they will lose the top side eventually. And yeah, you should technically win on a Beatrix, but that just did not happen. So they sent in the Rafaela towards the bottom so that they win the gold lane. And that was a good idea from Meow Meow Gang, but again, Why So Weak understands what's happening on the other side. Just trying to close down the CC who does not have a good wave clear.
Kato khá ra.
Cái nổ gần bắn nhỏ.
Này từ lâu rồi. Phải dây nha.
Anh làm mày phá cái mày quay.
Just providing enough sustainability. No one's going down yet. Joseph here so low. And there is a disengage, folks.
A good win condition play coming in yet again from Vaisu.
Scaling
over towards the mid to late game, and that's exactly what they're using. I don't really feel like the spreader in jungle was a good choice because again, you're going for you're actually going for a utility roamer as well, and you don't really have a damage dealing jungler here. the only source of damage is literally Mirio.
Kaya do you
And
can
everyone else is
again?
basically out there to just sandbag everything. That's a big problem.
Game yung yan. Hoy, isang balik dito. Gym sana yun na yun eh.
Lagat ka ni.
Gym tawag ba?
Gym na yun, sana da.
Gets thrown off by Shenzhou here. Who is going to be spotted here in the mid lane section? Mr. Weak trying to Still being crowd controlled though. He has dashes. So late to the party and will be forced to back.
Nang Discord link going on the watching
right now.
Step up your game, my boy, because that's exactly what Why So Weak have been doing. Kaylee 2-0-1. He really did out there trying to pick one more person off, but eventually was just because of Julius' support. It was phenomenal. Now Mr. Wick can just face check absolutely no fear because there's just no damage from Meow Meow Gang in this early game. Their only win condition, Mirio for the late, and he is 0-0-1.
Iya pada ba sige high low si waiting kaya pa ba ko gato siga kem to ngom dom ja
ing bao giờ này
tôi cho xem số cái điều rồi bắt đầu à
with a massive ultimate being landed though
ngồi gió mày
Kaylee gets managed to escape.
Zone tôi cái đâu tại đó là suy hàng hoàng mà là cái tôi kêu tiền là.
Yeah, now here's the thing about this entire composition. You've got a good amount of pokes. That's one thing that can run with you, but there's just a very beefy front line on the other side. Mr. Wing, Charizard, they're gonna stand their ground until they get low enough, and then they're just gonna pop the Revitalize. Charizard's Revitalize was also there. I was kinda hoping he'd pop it up, and the timing was a bit off, but look at bottom.
Down a little bit, but you know, for that struggling a little bit. Joseph has to show more presence, perhaps. In this case, Mr. Weak also zoning the side so many situations. Go on towards Eden here with ASAP hovering over the mid river. Could go for waiting patiently.
Oh, I haven't really seen Senzu's even though he's at 27.
Yep, trying to go in. Gets one ability down. That's the goal for Joseph to go in. A little bit of damage. Glorious pathway being used. Even still fighting. Solo ASAP gets noticed. Mirio zoning him a little bit. Trying to go in possibly, but entropy not being committed. Eden also here. I think they'll have to go. Joseph,
so wait, yes.
They want to push this mid lane. They want to apply a bit more pressure.
Yeah, they can't.
It's so difficult. Yeah.
They really can't at this point. They're just gonna let over control plus over towards the top. 27 again. He's having also go in for a movement buff as well, since now the turtle spawns in. The big mess up was again by Senzu using the Eternal Guard early. He's using it for
and backs off successfully, but also still applying the pressure they want to get this lane section.
YouTube Chalo skip to Kasubi,
Team Why So Weak going on towards ASAP here.
Yeah, just overseeing out there, even though 27 he wins. The big AOG by Charizard over towards that new bush where eventually Julie ended up using up the Nibiru's passion and the Bennett's rage. Joseph, he tried to go in for the Appraiser's Wrath play, but was eventually deleted early on. And again, this damage is just going to scale up slowly and steadily until and unless Joseph kind of makes in the dominant size as well as the blade armor combination. Or at least maybe going for an anti-cuirass as well to pair it up with. He went in for a holy crystal as the oracle as the first item, not exactly the holy crystal though. But yeah, simple straightforward builds for both the mages. Went for the glowing wand as well. I kinda do understand, love the fact that Julius eventually went in for a fury hammer first, but also Aiden.
A little bit dangerous here.
Yeah.
As he does have the utility for it. But yeah, as you were mentioning, by the time I think Joseph gets his items, at that point I think it'll be a little too late or a little too difficult for the side gang to have those engages.
I kind of agree as well, and because even now he's not really going for any kind of hardcore defense items, and he is the main frontline. He's the one who has to engage with the dash that he has. Tried to go in for the knockups as well, and then go in for the taunt to try and catch in a few more people. And in order to actually survive their onslaught, you need something very solid. He's going 0 and 2. There's already a 1 level difference. He's the one who actually has the advantage. But
gonna be the one to tussle Mr. Wake. Paul Glaire's pathway. Joseph is gonna secure it. There is a shadow kill. He backs up successfully. But gonna be taken down. Trying to go on towards the
Senzu, he's just been absent in all of these fights. The Eternal Guard has not been landing properly. I don't even see Meteor popping off of his Purify. Now that's a big problem and it's a big red flag. And just because of that, they're going to lose the mid lane tier 2 as well, and probably both the tier 2s on the sides. If they're able to save their inhibitor, that's again understandable for them. But if they lose the inhibitor, that is the massive value from your lord. And love the fact that Meow Meow Gang did not clear the top side, making sure that the second lord wave has also spawned in. We'll try to
he managed to escape.
Beautiful. Absolutely.
That's great. Crimson Beacon being pressured. Here, a little bit of damage done. Charger the Hex has to be played on there's damage from this melts it down. The guard also to chunk that front line, but Mir just melting down all these frontliners, which we were saying a lot of pressure on him, but he has been living up to that expectation, folks. As a ex-Fraser main Oracle, I was a little skeptical, but I can understand why he went for it. In the case he wants that big healing when he uses Appraiser's Wrath, which he didn't get exactly a little bit.
I mean, here's the thing.
Boy cook.
Yeah, I mean, Gang cooking. It just feels that again, Shinzu needs to be there for his team. And I don't really see those big deadly grasps. I don't see those big Eternal Guard. That's the whole combination, right? You try and use the Eternal Guard to chain the enemy to that you pair up with the Avatar of the Guardian, and you use the Bennett's Rage into the Nibiru's Passion to try and finish the side off in that chain combination. There's absolutely no one who can survive that on the other side, because Eden is entirely open in all of those fights. Karma has to focus to save the video, and Joseph is again, there's just a frontliner out there. But one good thing that 27 is doing constantly is by look at his positioning. That man is just enjoying, and he's constantly going in on that.
Yep, Sir Tanky is strong. But he is going to get punished. Senzu is finally showing up to the battlefield. Counter engage from time.
Julius kemarin sih
Eden got away with murder.
Absolutely
perfect play from this guy. He's constantly using the opening that has been provided by 27 every single time he goes into the back, forces out the Bennett's Rage and the Nibiru's Passion onto himself, and because he pops in the Vengeance, you really can't freely auto-attack. If you're Julius, you're going to chunk yourself down in that second. And that's the reason why he's always down to half HP when left. And that's when you pop in the Crimson Beacon along with the Lantern Flare, take down him with the Glowing Wand, and now the damage is also scaling up. Plus Mirio level 14 on this late end. No one can eventually reach him because he's always had his Purify up and is also running it with the Weakness Finder. So you try to chase him down at a high loss, you will be slowed down inevitably.
Mỗi lối sang này.
Out here in the bush. No. Looks like your guy.
Better way to fix money.
The beacon.
May the best win. Yeah.
Pulled in.
Like from the drama.
What a soul. It's risky for now. Mr. Weak.
Nice.
Why, bro?
Cleans up the deal with ease. Be a little bit matter of few seconds. Try to go on 3-7 perhaps. Late game. They are going to end like they want to end it, and they will be able to do so. The first game of the match here. Massive play coming in from Meow Meow Gang because this was their cue to end the game. This was their time. This is the Omega timer that we always talk about when you've got game. You make sure to take it as late as possible to get the maximum damage out of him. But I love the way how 27 played insane. On top of Julius. He could not do anything. Look at that. 31% damage tank. Vengeance and Blade Armor combination. Phenomenal. He always gave an opening to Eden to jump in the backline with him. Plus, every single time just there to support his team with the Holy Healing and the Holy Baptism.
32%
About better clear Shiki, to this bit, but that time it doesn't see any blame was
especially the fragrant pick, folks. That was
a
pocket pick coming from.
Why, more hero pull them name and say Gatoka, Edith Kahiloska, Tiger.
Muy tiengo.
Certain times.
Ang kaya wheel na
brother. An early game, but we're back in the casting decks, folks. Kronos has been with us now. He's been watching the entire game, man.
All of the four.
Is this what the state of Manipur has to offer? I'll be honest. In terms of gameplay, viewers, right? We know Manipur is a group of dead, like Scared Yet mentioned. And if this is what Manipur has to offer, I would be a little disappointed. A little disappointed, but at the same time, it goes to show that yes, Why So Weak have beat Evil Esports.
Best of 3 or not best of 5.
Here against Meow Meow Gang.
YT the law, YT the budget, YT the YT the
ego.
Zuzin highlights by each four go saying I go saying
to be the best team in a state like you gotta have that pride, and I think that have the ego to match their skill. I'm not saying do they have the skill to match their ego. That's the thing. Both the teams have the skill. Both the teams have the skill, right? But do they have the ego to match their skill? Because we've seen the top teams before. ABM, they have the ego that matches their skill. Eliminators had the same. Evil Esports had the same. But does Lafu Kabi, same, you know? IGN, similar. but does why so weak? Meow Meow Gang clearly showing that they kind of do. Does why so weak have that?
That's the whole part about it, and a big question which you mentioned, because again, just taking a way back to the previous game as to how it happened, they clearly had a better draft, and they clearly had the early game control as well, but they eventually lost their entire flow after the mid game, and that is a big problem. And when you're talking about that ego, that's where I think that it is missing. Meow Meow Gang clearly showed it on the field. They did not care about what the other side is bringing. They had an experiment in their mind. They were like, you know what, it's a best of 5 series, let's go on. The first match is going to be an experiment. And now they've planted the seed of confusion. That, you know, if you ban out the junglers, if you ban out the assassins, we can pull a Fred Red. What are you now going to do? And they made it work, which was not supposed to. So yes, Meow Meow Gang has the ego, but now will be the time when YC can actually answer that by being like, you know what, if you want to go in with the same draft, you want to go with the similar strategy, we don't care, we're going to work our way around something that we like to do, and that's what I want to see in the next.
But you know what, Linville? I wanted to ask you one thing. Since you're from Manipur yourself, you can ask this question to the audience in Manipuri. All right? This is a big one. This is a big one. So after taking down these big teams, these giants, on their way to victory, up to the top 2 teams, you know, they do. Who is the real underdog here? Is it Why So Weak or is it Meow Meow Gang? Because let's be honest, Why So Weak have beaten Evil Esports. So are they really an underdog? Meow Meow Gang have made it all the way, beaten Fusion Prime. They've come all the way to the finals. You think they're the underdog, to be honest? Because we know Manipur is never the underdog. But the way Why So Weak are playing, a little small over there, you know? I'm talking about that ego missing. I'm talking about that skill level not being hit. And I think, you know, they might be an underdog team. Are we looking at that? Are we getting that feeling or no?
Mấy anh phải cho quay xoang tại vì mà mấy xưa tới như này.
But they need to show it, I guess, in that match. But yeah, I'll ask it to the Manipur audience basically. Okay, the Kronstahan, Why So Weak, Meow Gang.
Iya, penta para doon. Ito.
Meow Gang underdog or natraga Why So Weak say Evil Esports.
May team sa uli, may ka sorry guys. Sorry.
Finals.
Sorry.
State finals Manipur gidamag. Ado mohoy first match na di utre na mohoy tobo yabdo. Ado Meow Gang do na hena hay hena yenger le hujig.
Go on, I'm enjoying it.
Ado gidamag corona so mohoy lo na bo yenger ba Manipuri sing bo ba. Why So Weak say mohoy underdogs na. Meow Gang no underdogs oy bra. Ado do audience sing na comment the video.
Kaya noy makon piina nakalona.
What the boy said. Exactly what the boy said.
What Linville said. Put it in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Yes or no? Is Why So Weak an underdog team? Or they just testing the waters? Game number 1. It's a best of 5. We know this is gonna go all the way. Let's not kid like it's not gonna go. We know it's gonna go all the way. Is it? Are they the underdogs or not? Right?
Yeah.
But you know what? I think let's just get into game number 2. Pretty hyped. We got the chat going crazy a little bit. We fed them a little bit of planted a seed in their head as well. But of course, right now, this is what I'm talking about. Game 1 is over. I feel like is this match gonna be the peak of what Manipur has to offer in ML 5v5?
Have to wait and see, man. That's the whole thing.
It's all about state pride. It's all about state pride, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? It's all right. Let's just get into it. Linville, I think you're gonna sit this one out, aren't you? It's gonna be scared of myself, but guess what, Linville? I know you'll be watching. Go in the chat, spam that money free, and then tell them about that stuff, bro. Give them the deets that they need. We need the tea, ladies and gentlemen. Get your viewers here, because guess what? This is gonna be the peak game. Game number 2. Why So Weak on the blue side this time? Meow Meow Gang on the red. We're gonna go into it. Draft phase, folks.
Oh, ito si Mo training. Go.
Well. Guess who's here now? We've got back with me. I can see the man making some faces in the back end, ladies and gentlemen. That's absolutely fine. You know it's gonna be an amazing game when you've got your favorite boy on the desk along with Kronos.
Hey. It's exciting to be here, Scared. And of course, you know, having Linville explain it in Manipuri does mean that he can connect heart to heart with the audience. Of course, we know everybody can speak English at the same time, but just to bring that extra bit of flair, ladies and gentlemen, bring that extra flavor that people have been missing. Because guess what? We got Hindi casting for you guys in the other states, but we want to make sure we connect with the audience. So if we have a caster that's from that particular region, of course, we'll be putting them on the spot to speak a little bit about what's going on. But right now, I think we are here. We're gonna see the first few bands come out. Scared. Why So Weak on the blue side, Meow Meow Gang on the red. And are we looking at a Lolita?
Yeah, no, we're actually looking at an Aurora. Close enough. I'm gonna give you that. Both have got an area of effect that can stun up the other side and eventually raise them up to just oblivion. You don't really stay alive after that. But here's the thing. As you mentioned, now this is going to be the case where you have to work around with the certain bans. But here's the question now, Kronos. Since Why So Weak really don't like to play the chip as much, do you think that Meow Meow Gang are actually going to use their ban onto Chip and Suyu? Or are they going to leave it open and work their way around with the same thing? Because they showed the Fredrin in the previous game. And they've clearly shown that even if they've got just one damage dealer for the lane, they can make it work.
You know what, Scared? I think that was just a one-off, just to throw them off. You know, like you mentioned, plant that seed in their head saying like, hey, if you ban out the assassins, we can pick the Frederick. So that's why you see now why So Weak instantly banning out heroes that complement this Frederick in terms of the Matilda. On the other side, however, Meow Meow Gang is like, straight up, we don't care. You're gonna ban out, you're gonna ban. We don't care if you get the chip. We're all in. We have a plan. We want to execute that plan. That's the factor about the ego that I was talking about. Comes into play, especially trying to represent a state like Manipur. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a crack.
You really need to have that ego, absolutely. And again, as you mentioned about that fact, now they've also banned out the Vixana. Now here's the thing, dude. Aurora and Vixana, if you ban both of them out, you really kind of want to go in for an all-in dive. But again, banning with the Matilda as well takes a bit of the potential away from your team. I still feel that this could very well be Suyu first pick if left open, unbanned, Meow Meow Gang. It's going to be their choice now. They sure enough are not going to ban Chip because either of these teams don't really care about that first pick Chip. But again, banning with the Tickweird, it kind of seems like both these teams have got that same idea where they want to jump towards the enemy backline. But now you've got the Khalid open, you've got the Suyu and the Garud Kacha open. One of them is picked up by Why So Weak, two of them can be picked up by Meow Meow Gang, and they ban out the Moscow for the same thing.
The Chip, the Suyo, the Khalid. Yeah, you were saying it. They ban out the mid lane though. The mid lane control is not being given away. Why So Weak realize they want something. Zushin is what they get in form of that mid lane control. They of course need to pair it up with something a little chunkier in terms of getting the fast wave clear. But if Meow Meow Gang gets Suyo and Chip, is that a big price to pay? That seems expensive.
Yeah, they're not picking Chip. That's the main thing. Even in the previous game, they did not pick up that Chip. So it really kind of shows they've got no interest in that. But as you mentioned, we were talking about the big prize. Khalid and Suyu, both of them are absolutely beast in terms of that. And now you really need a Garud Kacha just to make sure that Meow Meow do not pick it up for the roam position. Hand it over to Charizard, who was absolutely doing a phenomenal job in the previous game. And Senzu on the Zushin can eventually capitalize on that. Alpha pick, I like that. You can match up the Suyu into the jungle, but this kind of limits you to play a very aggressive early game. Oh, I love it. I love it.
It's the perfect counter, isn't it? Sound going perfect right now because this that killbox, Joseph on the Suyu, and they're gonna put this Khalid either the EXP or in the roam, still flexible. Again, playing in the roam position, so they have the level. They understand the criteria that's required to win it. And on the other side, this Hylos is gonna be in the face of the Eve. It might be a make it or break it type of a situation. But once that glorious pathway is dropped and it's done, you're gonna see the RWM come out. It's gonna be a big problem for the other side. And of course, Alpha, you know, he wants to snowball hard, but so does the Suyo. And I think this just goes to show that these bans are coming in quick, Scared. Before I can even finish, these bans are coming in quick.
Yeah, both of them just choking down that goal lane. Understandable as well. If you really want to go back to your own comfort, I think so the Nathan could eventually be banned out for the respect of Mirio. Never mind, it's a Harith ban. That means we could see either a Beatrix picked up or a Nathan. I would love a Beatrix pick because you're playing a kill box composition with the Eve, Suyu, Khalid, pair it up with the Beatrix. You've got a bombarding damage in the real world manipulation area. No one can really walk out of it. You can pair it up with something of a big chain CC as well on the roam. That's a perfect composition. Even deny the other side a possibility to engage on your backline while also making sure that you can set something up for your team. A Ghatot could be a good one, but it's alright. They pick up the Cho, want to pair up a bit more of that pick-off potential with Joseph on the Suyu.
I don't like
but
this now. I get the idea. Only if they're able to pair it up with someone in the goal lane that makes sense, maybe in the form of a Beatrix or maybe a carry. A carry does make sense right because the carry feels a little more protected in the RWM. But of course, I think since you know the viewers are not able to see what we're able to see, Scared, let's cook up a little bit of a story, right? I know why so weak have made it all the way. They're not weak indeed. They're a strong team. But looking at the fact that they lost game number 1, they could be the underdogs for this time around. But will Meow Meow Gang really pull out all the stops? Will they sweep? Will they not? I don't know. I feel like this could be a sweep coming in from Meow Meow Gang with the way that they're going in their gameplay, the way that they're dominating, playing these mind games. First game, they had that Fredrin. This game, they pulled out the Eve. I think they're just cooking something that nobody wants to see. And not just doing that, they're also hiding while revealing a few bits of it.
You know, at this point, I still feel that, as you mentioned, Meow Meow Gang really have that ego. No way! I am not buying it. This is diabolical. Mirio with the Lilia. No, I can't slow down on this one, dude. I do apologize for the spoiler alert for viewers, but this is insane. Nah, I mean, you were talking about ego. Here's the ego. You were talking about the fact if Meow Meow Gang can pick whatever the heck they want and then win the game. This is what they do. This is what the Manipuri team do. They don't mind. They're not going with a conventional draft. They bring random stuff up which they're comfortable with, and then they try to make that work. And if that happens, I'd gladly say Meow Meow Gang.
Oh my goodness. What have you done? You're cooking something that we can't smell, but of course it's going to take a while when it gets done. But by the time it gets done, will Wise be able to have that possible comeback? Because ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and friends of all ages, get ready. We are here in the Land of Dawn. Game number 2 in this best of 5 series. It's all for State Pride of Manipur, ladies and gentlemen. In the finals of the State of Manipur, the Northeast Cup we're talking about, powered by Battle Esports. And of course, on the blue side this time around, Why So Weak, and on the red, already one game in hand. We have Meow Meow Gang and your casters for this one. And me, myself, Kronos, Scared Yet as well. And of course, the host was Linville, and he's gonna sit this one out. But of course, he is more than excited. Bring you action in that chat. And of course, Scared, you see the interaction already going on right now.
Yeah, of course. It's a Khalid in the roam position. That means the Cho is going to clear out the EXP lane faster and will move in quickly. This clearly shows that they want to go in for the team fight. John Wick.
Oh, John Wick, he might get taken out, and he does that. His first blood going into the side of Meow Meow Gang, pulling up with the 4 and trying to get the damage done. And Karma hits. Unfortunately, I would say pick up the kill, but definitely in the driver's seat this time around. Meow Meow Gang, they have the Lilia and the goal lane as well, Scared.
Absolutely, Mirio, he's just going to be able to clear out those waves. He does not even care about what the carry is bringing on the table. Again, going in for a good amount of energy bombs.
Oh, Shadow Energy Bombs trying to zone away Julius. Look at that, Mirio. Oh, Joseph. He's on towards Mr. Wick. No, he has the Blade Surge. He wants to go in. No, he doesn't. Realizes that it's not worth it. Goes for the double green. And ASAP Kelly on the top side, turning his attention on towards 27. He got the Jeet Kundo, but guess what? Spear of Alpha comes in. Shunpo trying to get out of harm's way, but not before. But there it is. He survives with the flicker. He goes in with the damage. Just Karma hits, zoning them away. Eden comes in a little late to the party. Turtle's up in 5, Scared.
Yeah, he just pushed up back to the Fountain out there, and yet again, this is the rotation I was talking about. Meow Meow Gang are going to be so fast in the river, so fast in the jungle that you can't really keep up on a Zushin and a Hylos with that. And you will be clearing out those waves early on in all of those lanes. Hold on a second.
Joseph starting up the turtle.
Kill
Yi. But at the same time, on the top side, you can see Eden being dumped down on. But they go in, the turtle in the hands. Joseph, he might get taken down. Yes, he does. RWM comes in a little late. Karma hits with a raging sandstorm. But here comes 27. Jeet Kundo gets knocked up by the Earth Shatter from Charizard X as well. He wants to go for the way of the dragon. Mr. Wake pops to revitalize, trying to help his team survive and asks them to back up, but Karma his just wants to go. There's a tornado trying to get them out of harm's way, but Shenzu from Ohio wants to get the control in the mid lane along with Mr. Wick, but Eden has a faster wave clear scared.
Yeah, they're gonna just make sure to clear the wave. Hold on a second, a bit of a poke in the mid lane again. The gold lane matchup is gonna be super boring. This is the first time I'm saying
Taro.
the EXP lane might be more interesting than what's happening in the gold out here.
Yeah, because I think both the teams kind of want to gank onto the EXP side, right? They want to give their priority on realizing they could be the difference makers for this game scared.
Yeah, it seems to be the case. And again, Joseph doing a phenomenal job, constantly trying to deny Kaylee onto those creeps, because this alpha needs an early snowball, and that's exactly what he's not getting. And look at how far ahead 27 is comfortable onto his Joe. He's cutting in near the inhibit and now can rotate in for the next probable play.
Yeah. ASAP Kelly wants to get a snowball going ASAP, but at the same time, oh my goodness, they're onto her. Charizard X has forced the flicker out. Use the onward as well. 27, Jeet Kundo in the way of the dragon with the flicker any second. The turtle's up in 30 seconds. This could be what they're fighting for. This could be the make it or break it scared, because Karma hits, goes in. He gets the taunt. He gets the damage onto her. Shenzu, little poke coming in. He gets picked up. Karma hits, has to go over with the Raging Sandstorm. This is clear zone. Clear message that Mr. Wick can go in for the engage, but they're deciding not to do so, realizing the turtle is much more important. But they go on Law and Order onward. He gets the knock up. Eden flickers out of harm's way. Karma hits, goes in with the poke, but 27 Jeet Kundo Shunpo gets that, but that look at that Spear comes out right on time, tries to save them, but Shenzu goes back with that Crimson Beacon, but the RWM drops Eden. Right now doesn't have the damage. Charizard X trying to go the way. Muriel comes in. He has the Shadow Energy Bombs. He picks up the kill on Charizard X, and they get firm control of the turtle. Gang.
All the commotion happened. I'm surprised that we only see one kill after everything. All of that was thrown in except for the kitchen sink. I'm gonna steal the line of yours out there, Kronos. But yeah, that's exactly what happened. But here's the thing. Oh, Mirio, cheeky guy, steals away. Yeah, absolutely. Of course you're gonna recall spam in front of a carry because you can zone him out. You've also got the black shoes. Again, we're pulling... Yeah, mind games. And here's the thing. You pull out the Fredrin in the previous game. You bring in a Cho. Obviously, who would think that a Cho would go to the EXP lane when you got a Khalid who can do the same job but a bit more better? But then you decide, let's actually put the Cho down there, because you can immune every single CC skill that's coming in from Edith. Be it the onwards, be it the Earth Shatter, you can Shunpo your way out of there.
Yeah, I think it's all the mind games, that flexibility, the versatility that Meow Meow Gang brings to the table. But of course, why so weak? A little more straightforward, realizing their draft is what it is. What is this rotation? Joseph gets the top clear, but they get both of the ones that can single pick off along with a team fight here. 27, Jeet Kundo right on towards Julius. But guess what? Purify, not enough. The Desert Tornado picks up the kill, and Karma hits really hard. Picks it up for himself while they get the bot tier 1 tower. The top side is kind of protected thanks to Joseph. He gets the mid lane clear as well, and Meow Meow Gang slowly but surely getting real estate on the map. Shenzu forced the Crimson Beacon out of harm's way as well, but Joseph goes in with a Blade Surge, Soul Sever to pick up the kill. And right now Mr. Wick should be next to the top and block with the Raging Sandstorm, and they throw in the way of the Dragon along the RWM. A little too many resources for the Centaur. However, he does get taken down, and they have no reply coming in from the side of Why So Weak.
And you're gonna lose all of your buffs as well. Amazing play from Meow Meow Gang, thinking one step ahead, taking the bottom and then focusing down on mid, understanding that Joseph gave the information that there are 4 on top. They picked up 1 in the bottom. A bit of a mispositioning from Shenzu as well, not realizing the threat that was there towards the tier 1. And I love the way how 27 kicked Mr. Wick over towards the upper edge of the RWM, because you know he's popped in the glorious pathway down on the bottom. You want to make sure that he's just over towards the longest and the farthest edge so that he can't go in over towards his tower for a confirmed kill. Simple, small micro play, but a smart one indeed. Oh, look at top. Charizard is dead.
Yeah, nah, I don't think so. Char should be able to fly out, right? Although Charizard X right now, Raging Sandstorm comes out onward a little too late. Primal Rat comes out as well, forcing the flicker. RWM was dropped, but guess what? In this time, Mirio baits out the Spear of Alpha. Black Shoes, easy peasy lemon squeezy out of there. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, 27 trying to clear it out, add some pressure on, makes his rotation down bot scared.
And again, it's very easy to pull out the composition that we.
Mirio baits out the Spear of Alpha. Black Shoes, easy peasy lemon squeezy out of there. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, 27 trying to clear it out, add some pressure on, makes his rotation down bot scared.
And again, it's very easy to pull out the composition that we.
Mirio baits out the Spear of Alpha. Black Shoes, easy peasy lemon squeezy out of there. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, 27 trying to clear it out, add some pressure on, makes his rotation down bot scared.
And again, it's very easy to pull out the composition that we.
Dragon Charizard X, oh my goodness, has to fall down. Clipped wings as they get tier 2 in the mid lane. Next is down on the bot side. They're trying to force Julius. Joseph, he tanks in so much, but oh my goodness. The damage, unreal.
That's a 5-level advantage over carry. Finally, again, a Spear of Alpha used defensively to try and survive through all of that onslaught. I was about to mention that since Charizard X used up the flicker early on, hold on, we'll talk about that later. They just don't want to stop.
Yeah, Mr. Wick here. I don't know why he went for the Law and Order on towards Mirio. Not the right target he should be looking at. But who is he really going to catch? Because every time Joseph comes in, he has the immune to get out of harm's way. They call for a pause scared. I don't know if this pause is going to be helpful or not. But definitely 11-1 kill score. That even slipped our eyes.
Yeah, I mean, that's absolutely nightmaring at this point, man. And here's the thing, Chronos. We've been talking about how... Yeah, there's a clear-cut win condition for why so weak as well? They've got a very simple execute. They use the glorious pathway to start and or probably to go in for the disengage, but they can't really do that just because of the fact that there's a Suyu on the other side who's level 14 over-farmed. You needed to bring that win condition for your own alpha, and that just did not happen.
You saw what happened. What is scared talking
Hero
about?
pull item na
A little dazed.
Hylos Matilda Tigrel.
With all that's going around, they got a Lilia in the goal lane. They got a
Okay, Hylos and Jelada
in the rogue position. They're throwing me for a doozy. And of course, for those of you who are watching, make sure you share it with your friends.
It's not a request, it's a threat.
Hey, yo, pull up the chapel for that. But yeah, why so weak? It's clear draft. It's clear difference with the draft for Myeowa Gang being a lot better, and also the fact their rotations have been quite dulled by this Khalid who has been so fast on everywhere. He has the damage, he has the sustenance. Can't really pressure him that much. Maybe if he oversteps his boundaries, he's not going to do that. So just timing those ultimates precisely alongside the flicker, even the Cho coming all the way from the XP lane twins. Cho being one of the only ones who can, you know, sort of have a run for money. It's so hard to face against that. And Myeowa Gang even the small details with kicking right at the edge of the RMW just to get the stun as soon as he moves and get a little bit more burst. Really good gameplay coming in from Myeowa Gang.
Moving over into a situation where you see in the draft, you see a Cho, you see a Khalid, and then you see a Lilia. Understandably, Lilia will go to the goal lane. Alright, it's okay. They kind of want to pull something up, a shenanigan off. I mean, I still think there were a lot better picks in terms of that. A apart
Nice,
from
nice.
a
That's
few
good. That's
of
good.
opinions as well. Put a bit of
Go
sense.
there, go.
Yeah, but yeah, they're having fun, and this is the ego that Kronos
Say
was
Abba.
talking about.
Mayagisiನ
I'm
roast
gonna say it
tawida.
straight up right now.
Not
They're
yet,
gonna
my
bring this
young-
thing
my young-
right to the
my young-
stage.
Yeah.
They can add question marks into the hearts of the opponents, but you really have to showcase the strength of this draft. Kronos really don't
Fury kaya nang na yalan kaya kaya no.
I agree. I think the strength of the draft entirely executes in the
Iduro
early
din
game.
ito.
You want to dominate one side at least, but not being able to do so. Kind of ask the question, right? That's what we're not able to see. Scared to answer your question. I know we gotta say goodbye, but guess what? I thought Julius was gonna say goodbye as well. Joseph,
Hoy, ay Fury ni khalli na ba
Amo tanang agamis tawdra.
right now with this Suyo.
Kari iwan yun to rin na.
He dished out so much damage, and he's
Aga, this sigra bidura.
currently
Tay ra din ko. Fury ni kaya jale.
not just in the MPL, the NXTs,
I want
and
to
of
be
course
studying
what we're
on
going to see future on
Nungaribo and
the
Nungaribo.
M6 as well.
My episode
Here's the
report
big
of
part
you.
about it. Killy is level
Very close.
11. And
Thank you,
Joseph
Stevie.
level 15.
I
And this has now reached the 10th minute mark. That means you are already 6 minutes
Sorry to
ahead
ama
of the
khatana
clock
ama
that is
khatana ta
basically
ko
moving on
kai
to the
de
game.
moy manga
It's
mo ta ga
absolutely
ni wai ti
phenomenal, man. I'm
Asiri ko
still
ko kasi
enjoying it.
We're not doing that.
Hey, do it in front of the minions so that they can see.
They gotta do it in the mid lane. They want to show domination. They want to show ego. Is this the best that Manipur has to offer? I think it is, ladies and gentlemen. Meow Meow Gang, right in the midst of it, in the thick of it. You know, this is how the story goes.
Ay di te ko ta ni mali ni je.
10 kills ahead.
Tang sige ni fu ni ko sinang mo de ko.
Ai di Titanic ki mali ni duga. Ete ko Titanic.
They're just asking the questions to the wrong people, maybe just looking into the mirror and asking that. But eventually it's going to be a freebie load on the side of Meow Meow Gang. Finally, we're having a look at the items as well. Again, a glowing wand, Ice Queen wand from Miri on the Lilia. On the other side, only made a glowing wand till now. On Sinzu, on the Zushin,
Mo
this
sa
is
para
a
no si Meow Meow ko kanya ta hawdri.
I understand the build of
Smain kapira din nang ay sila sa namin na dang ga.
the sword, then you could eventually think of
Moy
fighting.
angang ni na kara ko
Probably
pibi
against
wan.
someone who does not delete
Yari
you
mo
like how
pidi wa daw
Joseph is
tinga mo
doing with the
tatay
blade
pusal ni
surge
tatay
and the
pudiri.
evil queller combination.
Today
This
is the
man is
day,
just
guys.
obliterating
Today is the
the
day, guys.
Así
But
es,
I
karate que
don't
no
like the
me
idea of clearing out the mid lane so fast, but I mean,
Di Meow Meow puro ka sak ahong sa je kaya nga.
So ay mo daga hay. Meow Meow puri sak ni ko ka jale.
Kill ni first dia sa sana ni.
Wait, ay ay dro ang ga sa gameplay yaro na game sa man ay dro. Ya de ay ga
Ai segi ko re mo.
Ako así va audio es cuatro.
Amo kita yaw ni wa show kaya te kana do.
Si target din do bro.
Ano yung dam sa tiye?
Ro puri tayo hay los matilda. Ado lore.
Tayo ka malaben.
They can extend this game as much as they want.
King ay na yun ito na si half na ba.
Ako así na evil from ya bro.
Ibil ay joy ito. Ibil man zaman po po ne.
He's on a killing spree. They're not
Ay, sang isyo mo siya.
ASAP Kelly, what are you doing? This is not where you want to be. He goes in with the spear of alpha. Comes out. 27 goes down.
Ay mo kit. Awal ay mo kit exi mo ay.
Sini. Ani mo sini.
Eden went down as well. I think Meow Meow Gang biting the dust from a 12,000 goal lead scared, cut down to a 7,000 deficit.
Nice for playing goal in. Play for I know.
Be the possible comeback. This could be
link sa wala pakchan
that why so weak we're looking
Ngay
for.
luôn
Mo sa game mo siya no. Ako sana to ni.
Avoid if you have a Meow Meow Gang.
Ako sa inyo lang sa
All the bounties are
Mai ko pa ba mo sa o. Mai ko pa ba mo.
definitely be happy that a couple of them
Good jogar sao.
waking up the rest of the team. Joseph, all right, the man kind of sees the others, but here we go.
Estimates from Manipur. Both of them are from Manipur.
Hello, sir. Lord time tulak to kan loiraga hairo call to horom na
Kanaro. Oh, tayo na.
Doni. Big Ranjo.
Julius goes down. He was
Một tiền lấy cái điều.
Chỉ mang ai thì không đã mà.
Ngồi sẽ muốn sao là ai chụp được tôi tận được. Ya tipo.
Isoro kota je ko aro sanna ba.
Itu lo udah semua. Tarik me ai deh ni apa Thai.
Alama game je tau na.
Round tak tu ai yor mà main đi ball rồi.
Ai Hyrosปล่อยไปเดี๋ยวก็ดีนะ Hyros ทำไปต่อ
Hyros ไม่เป็นไรจะเลยว่าเดี๋ยวมันเป็นการรับตัวเดียว
Hero draft to ya da moi hero to pai hita venya masih tum pai le.
เดี๋ยวไม่
Drop วันนี้drop ya ini moi si adre dropที่ต้องเก็บไว้
As I was mentioning, love the fact how God
Nate,
on the lead was just so annoying to the other side. And they had such a beautiful target priority. 27 knew one thing. He has to catch either Senzu or he has to catch Kelly. And he was doing that in the entire game. It was not Karma who was engaging. It was 27 who was constantly
Bidi.
followed up by Karma hits, zoning out both Julius as well as
Matilda
anyone
hang
else
ido
who
PD
basically
ga
remained
mo sa
with
na
Senzu or
khalit na
Alphon.
PD
He was making sure he landed those big people.
Dia mau na winner bagi 50% lo yang lebih sapi lagi hari. Lu tu jauh way nak handle dalam itu saja.
Oh, Linwell. I'm a bit tired. I want to breathe.
Jadi ya nak tu jadi
Namai ke dekai tu ha, ai chok ka ni ko.
Rosan tu kau itu jangan Rosan.
Guati lau.
โอ้ไม่อกซาแจ้ว่ะ
Aduh di main gua sih di sini aja close play doang na.
Besok 5 bro, besok 3.
Besok 3 dulu kan.
Nang tiket ไปชาดิก็เชฟนั่นก็พี่ดีล่ะ
Role play macam ama ke board dia hawa ni game. Ama ke board tak hawa ni.
Hawa ni game
ไอ้เราว่าอ๋อแกนงควาตีไปชาติเกตไปชาติ
Muy que no yo pues
I'm gonna say one thing.
Apex malah apa ni nak wo heli je ngon dah. Itu bi ko pai lah ko.
Previous game I think they've been doing that since.
Nage flicker the last game.
มาปุ่นซีกีโบลูบี้ปล่อยไปต่อมาลูบี้ก็ไปให้เลย
I've said it. I have said it.
Tu pro sao tu lah.
Hai diaนั่งลูบี้เนาะ
Say what you want. You got your own opinion. But you know
ลู
what?
บี้ตัวจริงให้ไปอเมริกาเนี่ยว่ะ
Put in the chat that someone says
ดูดูวันตินี่กันเนาะมาวันนี้ก็ได้ยาวในวันติ
kind of lacks originality. Is that true? Are they just trying to copy?
Nah, repo dah.
See monkey do.
Repo dah.
Are they like?
Thomas pun main pada mana? Belum dah silaman yang ada.
Cosplay doang.
Ai kana ba, ni kaya santo.
Sino lagi dah? Ai status sama, macam jadi build tu terus kau kau.
Gonna try and pull off a flex.
Cosplay doang itu sana tu. Ayo sana bukan dah belum cosplay tu.
I mean, yes, it's a throwback to Marky who kind of pulled it off first time, but it wasn't done for a long time. Really long time.
Ada nam photo re, hoi tu jinguna.
Lo.
Miriam. I think the gang
nơi tiền có mít cái đồ không bạn.
Like Scared mentioned in the game, it is just
hay ba.
Can you just see right there?
And there's
Boleh sikit naik le.
Jadi tu aiเป็นcara happy dia.
This is the question I just saw. Someone saying
BTK ke comeback tu mai lah kenya ro. Ai lak pe kan dah sih.
Mozambique lah, aku nak kaya cakap.
Ai mau di draft tu biu ke je. An draft tu.
Base tu dia pakai mai ku sini ko. Ada ko MM tu.
That's what I think. Because again,
cái Roshan đang draft tàu với anh em mới Discord tôi chẳng tàu rồi rồi.
the fact that maybe they
Roshan cái draft tàu đi thật là sai cái.
Anh draft tàu đi ba ni
tàu tàu Mr. Vito PD cái tàu review tôi bảo rồi.
Sama aja cái tàu rồi dua đại tàu rồi đi. Nên cái tôi xem cái phone number này bro call tôi xin zero.
Em PS cái gì là?
Need to have the target
जो second number ले bro जो second number ले bro không जला जे viewer में बता का
viewer में जो second number ले bro total fight ta
what's it
chunky horse high loss on the other side.
yeah
Don't care about any of that. You know that is gonna run back. You know that you've got couple of heroes like the Khalid and the Cho who can kick the people out or keep them in one position into that quicksand area, and that's the
whole thing about the cosplay. Karamba hero photo khali.
Why so weak?
CJ bro CJ
right now. Why so weak are not playing it for their own win conditions?
Hey CJ मैं idol hero नहीं करो भाई.
Whatever Meow Gang is bringing on the table.
जो शेर में थारो रहा सिंह में
थारो आई तो संगे
Senju da le ni hai gum da Senju da boy account the yaw man ha.
Hey तो सेंड नंबर फगे guys 27 जी फगे guys.
It's not relevant.
Hold zero.
Yeah, a little bit disappointed if you ask something. A lot of people had more expectations. This was a team that took down.
I want to tell you that I can sak thu jo siap na bale want to tell you.
Ai lối sai ra kìa.
Mà khoan tàu kia chứ không tàu nó mà tao phải tàu.
What if he will lose was not cut out to be the best?
Damn.
Just saying it. I mean, there's the whole part about it. Right now, why so weak are not even close to what they're basically going with the past two games. And I'm gonna say it straight up.
Bro, मैं मिस्टर मुथना तो उनका तुम्हारे चीज़ सब
supposed to work. This one, supposed to work. Everything else, I agree, but nothing apart from all the 4 picks. Why so we still don't win the draft in game 1? Is it really the issue of just the macro and the micro is a big question, because I really see it in that sense. Meow Gang has got a much better macro as compared to why so weak.
By any means, can't be at the head. I don't know. I can't have a good bro.
It's the picks as well.
Senju couple minutes
yes, it feels like it doesn't work, but it's completely unorthodox.
So the miss card pulang behera.
Yeah,
itu dia mau looking
at their win condition.
Jika orang orang kayak Yubita, orang main mutila ni, orang kau heavy.
Ay, sobrang naman dito ya. Ito mahapon yung
Masih ini Senju let's go, orang kau.
Ngarang di gora bol po baju mata kare ni.
All the
Gora match dia kalau isai, nggak sih?
It's the fact that Meow Gang.
Garang ko pa kalau tahu di gora, tahu aku ni mesti roi kana.
Teams right here in India. Quote me on it. I think we've seen a lot of other teams make it all the way, and the fact that they have kind of shut down their haters.
Hồi Lord cũng mà muốn bây giờ muốn lấy ta đi equal to Senju nên nói tôi.
Kita sapong di pitu aja.
Dia ni thong ni.
Anh tàu tan chân.
Amosa. Tu color daming ng sindu.
Oh, subili.
Amosa sarang ti.
Sabang pa di bungo na. Caster na ka this Amosa sarang ti spamming call kaya tayo nang loy.
Cookie yung nakam da do ming hapsal.
Oy nang tao no ko nang i-stream ka tao jay to isa wala ka.
Ay to pwede guys. Dai to ninyo to. I'm sorry.
Lalboy. Nanti lalboy sarang tim ka.
Lalboy. Ada. Itu to ngada ni dum.
Pagi tàu này, ai tàu này guys, ai pagi tàu này.
Kan thắc cái gì?
Đang nung ti thắc cái sạc thu năng mà. Xí này.
Từ thôi sạc thu.
Ai giờ chơi nó mà để tàu đi à rồi. Anh biết rồi à.
Woi gini biasanya dari sabar sana tau nih kok.
Ai agak payah thôi sih bro buat này rồi.
And I think Meow
cái đó mà itu mà còn sana belum.
Tao matang leo de iru mu.
Sa lu sige se podre mang da lor.
Ai no. Loi diwo.
Yo de sige se podre.
Wali ke no. Dia so pan.
it's just gonna.
Amakatang mo yung kaza di fa nang ngai ja. Mamai wo.
PD game yo halo no dam haiti da.
But this call from Matanga Tani go bro. I don't know bro. Baggy dog.
Carlos mentioned.
He did number 3
perfectly also, even on side.
I'm just kidding, guys.
Final stage for the state of Manipur here. Why so weak?
PD ngahan ngayon ko lang fudha ra saksa na dami.
It's a little hard. So coach, you just say
amo sa
might have a chance to bring it back, but I'm gonna ask you. For what we've seen so far.
Ido mathang di si masi kang mo jam nai na.
Into the next draft here for the third game.
Sakra ba ido?
Ido game sanay ba?
Ko ga sana.
Kaya na to.
Hoy boosting company yung hang ko dili sa baran nai di mo.
Kaya boosting company.
Kaya daw ka no may ren kun kuning ka bina mo sa ka yung August ni mai stile am to dio.
I will start kun
No, start kun kuning tali dili sa baran.
Seemed like something that could execute quite
not
kind of executing what their win conditions, not realizing, not able to understand what the victory. I think that's the problem that they're facing. And of course, the mentality comes in with the fact that, hey, we are here at the state finals. We are representing our state of Manipur. It's all about being the top team of Manipur. State pride is on the line. Hashtag state pride, ladies and gentlemen. It is on the line indeed. And I think it's now or never for them to kind of pull up. And they got to pull up fast. And they got to pull up hard. And they better give Meow Meow Gang some questions or, you know, something to fight for. Because the way it's going...
Bro, salvation ba tumasing it? Salvation ba yan, bro?
In the finals and...
Meow Meow de. Oh, di he, hoi lo mo siya. Ado na siya. Tiku yung nga liba.
Make a statement in the top 10 that if they're gonna go in, they're gonna go in.
But
I think Why So Weak also want to prove their haters and say that they didn't come here in the finals by beating esports. It was not it is done by hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, and of course
This quarter off.
Inner dog in them to
get motherfucker.
They will be able to do it. It's just a matter of time to see it.
And they're pushed at the end of the road for now. They're almost.
Kada changay
They'll need to bring him back if
they
possibly. You know, if they it's gonna be
ako tournament lo
lay down the game.
I'm just gonna say it, man. They've got to pull in the Goku in them, right? Because you don't really have the Vegeta who's gonna fall off the stage of tournament to power and give you that last surge of energy boost or maybe a big chunky motivation. But you really have to pull it at this point because no matter what, yes, and I'd say it, it's Jimin that's standing in front of you. He's making you that, you know what, you really can't fight. Yeah, it's time for Ultra Instinct at this point. You have to just as Chrono said, mentality is important. But in terms of strategy, I'm just gonna say this is game number 2. You tried the meta for the game number 1. You went in for a bit more comfort, taking out a lot of things in game 2. Maybe just ban out the Suyu, ban out a few couple of more picks that are really annoying you, like the Khalid in the game 1, and then move forward with whatever you're comfortable with. Either ways, you don't really need to ban the chip because Meow Meow Gang don't like to play the chip.
Just mitagi to lay mo
hasn't picked them up a single time, which we've seen. But yeah, you were gonna say scared or?
I was just about to mention that we're now going to see a bit of a change as well from Meow Meow Gangland, and it seems like Mirio is now going to be playing, not going to be playing. Instead of him, Wisteria is going to make the appearance. So that's also a big thing. At least there's the fact that the Lilia Golden is now not coming back in. I hope so.
You're really obsessed with that one.
It should not work! Come on!
Hey man, they pulled it off though, they pulled it off. I know there's a lot of counter arguments. Black Boots is such a good usage skill when he wants to play aggressive, which, you know, you have the divers here that show the Khalid.
Nah,
and
I'm not buying it.
She wants to go in again. So
I'm not buying it. I pull stuff like an Odette in the Golden in rank. What makes you think that should work in any tournament game? It should not.
Hey man, if it happens in MPL ID, I'm just gonna say
it's supposed to work, Scared. That's the whole point of the draft. It's a completely yeah. It is. If it works, it works. That's it. That's what it is. Yeah, so I think Linwell, you got your answers. You know what? I'm gonna ask you one. Is this gonna be a 2-1? Is gonna be the game that's coming back from Why So Weak, or is it gonna be a 3-0 stomp?
It's difficult. It's difficult. From what we've seen so far, I would like to say it might be a 3-2, but with all putting aside positiveness, negativeness, I'm just gonna stick 3-1. Why So Weak? They have the skill for it, but I think they lack the experience a little bit more. Maybe as a team.
사실 이 두 사이즈가 있는데 가스타르자 2-0 가야지.
What about you? 3-2.
Hopium. I like the
hopium.
hopium.
Go all the game. I want to see it go all the way.
All the way.
I want to see it go all the way.
Yep.
Whoever it is doesn't matter. It's got to go all the way.
Let's already though. So we'll probably be hopping the draft after some quick words. So
yeah,
you guys want to say at least to the audience or the teams that are watching?
Audience, viewers, we want to see the game, or we want to see it go all the way. But of course, at the same time, we want to see you guys. But at the same time, you want to see state pride is on the line. You want to be proud about your state being the champion of the Northeast Cup, of course, but at the same time, you want to represent your state wherever you go. You support your team, you support your football team, you support your basketball team, you support your cricket team, you support your NBA team, you support your NAC team. Show up for your teams in the Northeast Cup. It's about the state pride. Show your support to at least whoever wins. Yeah, that's all I got. So I think you don't say a lot. Let's just go into the game.
Wow! Oh my God!
Let the man speak.
That's nasty. But yeah. I think so. I'm just ready to jump into the game itself because, and ladies and gentlemen, if you don't share it to your friends, if you don't bring more viewers, if you don't show what Manipur has got, Linwell is gonna hop in your dreams late night and give you nightmares that you don't want to see. Might as well just share it.
Hey man, it's gonna be him, not me. But yeah, for now there, you can support us just the stream. Download the Mobile Legends 5v5. Links in the description. And the LAN tournament is gonna be upcoming here in the second week of November or so, around that time. So support that also coming on. We want to see a lot of viewers there. We want to see a lot of you guys in the comment section. Typing your favorite team, giving your support. Maybe sometimes give a little trash talk or this team doesn't really deserve it. Just come on, just give us what you think on, and then just keep watching for more NEC, which is the first season, guys. We're gonna have more tournaments upcoming. But yeah,
absolutely.
We'll be going into the draft here. I'm gonna give it back to you guys. And let's hope things go well for Why So Weak. Maybe.
True. But before we go on there, hold on a second, Linwell. Before we go on there, we've been asking for every other prediction and everything, right? Now, I kind of want to ask you just one question. Do you think now Meow Meow Gang are going to pick a chip?
Oh.
Roshan
Okay. I'll answer it in this way. They don't like the chip. They don't like the chip. Maybe one or two don't like the chip.
Mr. Victor the PD tap the Ruby Bio.
All right. No, I'm not gonna judge on that. I'm not gonna judge on that. But all right, I think so. We're all ready now. We're all fired up to be jumping into the game. Linwell, just bring us there already.
Yep. Let's go into the game, boys. Have a great time. Yep.
delay ka hule
45 seconds program.
Okay. Tata home that 30 seconds gan ho yaar.
Apart from everything that has been happening there on the disc as well, I genuinely want to see a long series because that's when the essence of this entire craft comes into play. Now again, Meow Meow on the blue side, I feel like they're just gonna focus down on any unnatural thing. Maybe they can stick back to their own bans that they were doing. But this time, since they're on the blue Chronos, they can eventually let the Fovius open and they can pick it up for themselves if they really want to.
Yeah, I agree, and I think you know the fact that the viewers will see the draft a little late, so let's just paint them a picture right now. Meow Meow Gang on the blue side, 2-0. Why so weak? Third game, make the win. Fourth game, make the win. Fifth game, pick up the win. That should shut up their haters, wouldn't it?
I kind of thinks that way as well, but here's the thing. Now I'm gonna be a bit more skeptical onto this one, and I'm just gonna bring in a few references. We've been mentioning how solid ABM has been in the entire scene and how strong that entire team is as compared to every other team, and that's one of the main reasons we see that team not just cook something up, but rather practice a lot against the opponents that they're confident against, right? I think so that is exactly what Meow Meow Gang right now is doing. There were only a couple of major threats as such, which I really felt were eventually eliminated early on, like teams like Lafukabi or even the Eliminators. Apart from that, every other team, Meow Meow Gang is acting like they're just stepping stones for them. And I really want to see Why So Weak step up their game. And we were eventually talking about a few of those bans, right? I think so two of them that have happened right now are the ones that I mentioned right before this draft began.
Yeah, I think, like you said, the bans that they want to give out Why So Weak, I think thinking, taking into account that wanted to give a lot away, leaving the chip open once again. The Tiger's gone off the table. They've taken
Meow
out
Meow
the
Gang
Gusion on the
Tiger
blue
event
side.
them tawid
Of
wa
course,
mo
on
hero
the
like
red,
ting mo.
Suyu was off. I think the Khalid came off as well. I think the last few bans speak for themselves. Scared. You know, we got that Gusion, which definitely is a problem in the mid lane. Gives that control to them. Meow Meow Gang do not want to give
Ano
any
si
sort
Mina
of
ngong
control
to
away.
Mina ngong
Of course,
paisala
on
na
the
tara.
other side, taking out the airline.
Well, the airline no longer available to be picked up, but Meow Meow Gang don't really
Chenju
prioritize
ren
that.
chau ti la la
By
ne
the
ko.
way, the Zushin
Lisa
not
tawra.
showing any interest into picking that. But here's the thing. Now, since Wisteria has also joined in, I think so they might want to go in for something like a Garrot Gacha. They like to. Aurora was left open though, so Karma hits the side. He wants to hit in a few Hailstone Blast on the other side with the Queen of Ice.
4-0 that.
Aurora first pick
You know, the Ice Queen.
Meow Gang
Early pickup, I would say. Early
Thâu
pickup.
lyrics to bro. Kalau
Kind
tahu
of
Discord chắc
preventing
web
them from diving
production
on,
right.
asking questions to Why So Weak. Do you looking to dive?
Kau nak orang ni boleh je lah. Kau nak kau si ubro
If
guys.
you want to dive, guess what we
Kira
can do?
jauh
We
je.
can just anti-dive.
Ayo.
That frigid glacier, I think it's definitely a problem. I know what you're talking
Betul,
scared.
no,
Yes.
my friend.
Assembly hai jauh ne. Mr. Week se Carmilla hai.
I know we're surprised as well. But guess what?
Mr.
It doesn't
Week
really
hand
show.
na
But I think if you look at the fact that Meow Meow Gang this time first picking the Aurora means that they kind of want to play on the mid game
So
power
firstly the
spike
one
rather
kaza
than
ada
early
satu
game.
kata kaza.
Gatu gyal sa
Early game,
pali
they're
mai.
trying to get Joseph
Terus
set up.
gue
I
ham
think
play
Joseph
Aduh
being
yang
set
ngang
this
mo kung
time
sa gile
around,
ngang go
might
mentality
be a better option for them in the early game to get that snowball
Boy,
going.
ahan na ni de jo mo
And I think
ne.
they might want to go for the
Ni
alpha
de
route
na
as
tre.
well. We never know what it's going to be.
Senju
Of course,
dulu yang
they're
kau laminan masih TV
preventing that.
ama
But on
mata
the other
tiwa
side,
ni
they
maka
want
udah.
to pick up that Carmilla. The Carmilla in the rogue position.
Laminan kan masih TV.
Really powerful tool in the
Enam
hands
jan
of
gitu.
Stoic with that Carmilla.
Dah lebih short lah jadi kita tahu.
Thôi, force nào bây giờ lại còn mi snap tàu cái này tàu.
And I think to pair up with that AoE, they've picked up this Gato Gacha as well. That AoE damage that comes in with the Curse of Blood and the AOG
Quả thi tàu phụ
of
nữa
the Guardian
chúng ta
is a
phải chơi.
little too much for the other side to deal with.
Tụi anh hãy dùng mèo mới cái hai lost back cái này nè, quay hai lost back này số tuổi cái này.
I think Why So Weak are playing right into the
Boy,
hands
hello,
of
you
Meow Meow
get
so far, but if they're able to
Awal
outplay
maya
the
ko
AoE
last
on
Saturday.
their side, it could be a different story. But
Kalau
of
ano
course, Meow
PD
Meow
pun
Gang
hai
this
tu
time around
kan.
scared. You see what they're going for.
Pika.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, picking up a couple of heroes that are using that big nuts out there. I kind of like the answer from Why So Weak as well. You got a bit of a tankiness in front of you on that high loss on that Hilda. You eventually pick up the alpha early on in the first phase itself to get that extra bit of a true damage in. Plus, you already have Mr. Wick on the Carmilla along with Charizard on that Cuddle. So It's not exactly an entire kill box composition, but you're creating an area of effect where you want the other team to be, so that you can pair it up with more crowd control skills. And I kind of do understand the idea as well. Charizard is just gonna make sure that Karma uses up his Frigid Glacier early on. The positioning is going to be crucial. But now coming back to the bans, running out a Nathan early, questionable.
Looking at Meow Meow Gang, they're looking to play the front to back right
เห็นนี่ไว้จะโปกซาบะಅದು ಮಾನ ಹಾಪ ಅಮ ಲೌಜಿ ಹೆನಿನ ಹಾಪ ಅಮ ಲೌಜಿ ಅಮ ಸಾನ ಹಾಪ ತಿ ಯಾರೋ ಫುಲ್ ಲೋ ದ ಮಿ
yu thakminare ha aine yu ha aduga wari yu sana we wari je sanare ha aduga yu hidako tawleba wari suan sandaba
definitely going to be something that they're going to be looking for. They have a plan. I can see the plan. You're trying to invade. You're trying to make the front to back. I think they might even go for the link this time.
expose to video.
Amo sa adu yung amo ko niya pili sa phone to sa piar ha.
This time around. I think that's why they ban out this
Oi,
name.
two pass game the poba. You took the make gram thak to yaro yan.
That late game scaling and also
This Julius ka ring aur hala dikha ke siya.
Carmilla and the
Singora, bilajim tayo view
Sicilian going to show that they don't want to leave any stone unturned. But definitely have a plan on their
Discord
Now on Galaxy A55. So I feel this game plan coming into
Brave sa kuya ta bro nangi kikini am yaw ba
kana no Discord sina WhatsApp group on doji na
Understandable, they don't want to leave to the other side. Just because of that kill box. So, kind of like the idea as well, but
WhatsApp
about to say there's a Moscow available, there's a carry game from either of these teams. You can pick up for whoever you want to. Julius wanted to go for a bit more comfort. Can kind of go for it if they want to. Not quite sure about the Claude though, but you were mentioning for that lane, and Wisteria is out here, so you might possibly see that there's a possibility of an Xbox as well. Really well. You can also pick up a Nolan if you want.
Yeah, I think this Nolan could work in the hands of Gang, but has a problem against has a problem against the Alpha. Folks, you hear me saying, oh my goodness, because who is going to be picked up in the jungle. But of course, they got this 1-1 in the goal lane. Scared yet? But you and I both excited to see that happen, definitely. Because both 1-1 fans over here. The crossbow tanks, but there's a Lancelot.
Yeah, here's the thing. You've got the entire potential on Wisteria on the Lancelot. Joseph is just going to be here, majorly being playing as a bait rather than an additional. And it was understandable to match up the Aurora in the mid. You've got to go for the Vixana as well, and that's what Senzu went in. I do understand both of these teams are trying to do in terms of damage. I would still say why so we have a bit more than that, but I think so Meow Meow Gang are actually going to pull off what they want to, and that's the early game pressure with the Hilda.
And I think adding on to the early game damage from them, the Hylos as well with the CC coming in from this Aurora will be a big problem. They do have a tank the Gatot and the Carmilla along with the Alpha as well. Gentlemen, this could be a match point. This could be all she wrote for the side of White Gang on the blue side. 2 points up, have 2 games looking to make that comeback. That reverse sweep that we all want to see in their hands as well. 2-0 is the score. Why so weak? Asking questions right now, looking to give the answer is Meow Meow Gang, trying to tell the other side that they want to end the game.
ꯃꯊꯛꯀꯤ ꯁ꯭ꯀꯣꯔꯁꯦ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯍꯨꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯁꯤꯗ ꯕꯦꯁ ꯑꯣꯐ 3 ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯨꯏꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯏꯅꯦ ꯍꯧꯔꯗꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯝꯃꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯣ
ꯅꯪ ꯌꯨꯖꯔꯣ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯍꯧꯔꯗ꯭ꯔꯣ
Absolutely. A good leash coming in by Karma as well to help out Wisteria for his own buff. Because Kelly is the one who can clear those faster, but here we go.
They're already trying to get that early game damage going in. Karma hits zone back a little bit. So can survive. See another day has been revitalized as well. EXP side taking a fight. And I think 27 just a small brawl.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be again, throwing blows, 1 for 1. 27 is going to take more than Charizard X, so Charizard should not prioritize that because the passive of 27 is going to go push and keep himself.
Oh, but the Spear of Alpha revitalized to survive, but here comes the heal, but picks up the kill, Phantom execution. First blood. He wants to go and misses the puncture thanks to the flicker that came in from Shenzu. Right on time. Wisteria missing out on what could have been a triple, even a maniac if it was done right. Does require a high level of skill. And Wisteria show that to us this time around.
Pick up a lance dot when you know you're better than the opponent. That's exactly what Wisteria is doing. And that's exactly what I've been mentioning, that Meow Meow gang are just styling on why so weak. They're just playing with their food, and that's exactly what's happening. Mr. Whip want to open the map, but Kaylee has been spotted.
Best of 3 na ni. Best of 5 na home. Nothing. Best of 3 di. Ani kata na. Best of 5 di meaning khang de na.
Best of 3 da. They lang thane je na reverse line do 3-4 line.
But Mr. Wake went down at the same time, but oh my goodness, with the
AOG,
wants to get the triple right now, but misses out as they go on hands of Shenzu, and Eden picks up the spoil. Charizard X falls, 4-3 kill score, and I think Julius here wants to play the mental game
Horen asina group ta aro compare la ni. Iko kapta sila.
Because he went in for the frost events at the perfect time to help Wisteria survive. That just did not happen. He was eventually taken down by that enhanced basic attack. But again, good spoil pickup by Eden yet again. I've been talking about the fact how important the mid laner has been in the entire game. Eden has been having an upper hand over Senzu in this set. Not just one game, but rather the entire series.
Not having a good one. 0-3-0, but the Spear of Destruction comes in. Julius wants to go for this time around. Back foot, not getting the mid lane control scare that you spoke about. 27, he does have the power of wilderness, doesn't want to go for it. And I think this time around, Joseph, crossbow of Tang unlocks.
So you don't really have anything. They were looking to cook something up, and this by Mr. Wade.
Rose comes out after the Phantom execution. Joseph has the crossbow of Tang. He wants to dish out the damage, waiting to go in, and yes, he does. Second place already can't do anything this time around. Zoned out of harm's way, but here comes Julius SOD. Get out of there. The power of wilderness is now with the AOG. It misses completely. And here's the refrigeration for the re-engage. ASAP Kelly does not have the damage. He is way behind, but but not dishing out damage from the side of Wise. Meow Meow gang zoning them away with this unorthodox draft style. And I think that's been their strength throughout the tournament and throughout this entire series, Gary.
Yeah, they've been playing in the macro. Just wanted someone to match up the rotation of Charizard X onto that Garnet and that EX play. They're doing the work perfectly fine. Julius.
Bro.
ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕꯩꯅꯦ
but they have to concede the mid. Oh my god.
ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯏꯗꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕꯩꯅꯦ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯥ
ꯑꯩꯗꯤ ꯄꯣꯔꯒꯅꯤ ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛꯏꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯝꯕꯅꯦ ꯑꯩ
ꯅꯪꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯎꯗꯕ ꯁꯥꯒꯗꯕꯅꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
ꯖꯥꯕꯣ ꯃꯣꯏꯒ ꯌꯨ ꯊꯛꯆꯜꯂ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯔꯁꯤꯔꯣ ꯇꯥꯅꯤꯡꯗꯦ
ꯄꯣꯖꯔꯣꯏꯗꯅꯦ ꯆꯥꯛꯊꯨꯕꯤꯗꯣ ꯅꯣꯡꯃ ꯃꯦꯠ ꯑꯅꯤ ꯀꯥ ꯊꯝꯅꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ
ꯀꯩꯝ
ꯑꯩ
ꯈꯜꯂꯨꯅꯣ
ꯂꯣꯏ
ꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ
ꯊꯛꯆꯜꯂꯦ
ꯃꯊꯪꯗꯩꯗꯤ ꯃꯊꯪꯗ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯁꯤꯜꯂ ꯄꯨꯈꯤ ꯑꯃ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯔꯣꯏꯗꯕꯅꯤ
ꯌꯦꯟ ꯊꯥꯔꯛꯑꯣ
Yeah, exactly. Because as I mentioned, in terms of those straight
ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ
battles,
ꯃꯩꯇꯩ
they've
ꯑꯃ
really
ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯦ
been out against the Garut Kacha. And that's what's been happening. They've been having the win condition. Oh, Joseph.
Nade lamkada.
Mr. Wick
Crossbow tank was unlocked the last time, but Mr. Wick doesn't want to take the risk. Realizing Julius is
Bro,
there,
PDR was
slowing
that?
completely. Julius next on the top block. They want to get him.
ꯍꯣꯔꯦꯟ ꯖꯨꯂꯤꯌꯁ ꯂꯛꯅꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝꯃꯣꯖꯥ ꯂꯥꯏꯅꯤꯡ ꯉꯥꯛꯇ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ ꯂꯥꯏꯅꯤꯡ
ꯉꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯔꯣꯏ ꯈꯪꯉꯦ
Brawl, but 27 wants to
ꯗꯤ
force
ꯑꯃ
their execution. Oh, here we go.
ꯃꯥꯂꯦꯝ ꯄꯨꯔ ꯂꯥꯛꯀꯅꯣ
Next, the taunt is right on time, but guess what? The blessing of wilderness is on with the revitalized, keeping 27 alive. He gets a little greedy. AOG, but he's still able to survive. We stay. He went in with the Phantom. Gusion got the kill. But now he's able to engage here. With that frigilation to try to stop them. But ASAP kill. Picked it up.
ꯂꯣꯏ ꯁꯨꯔꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯇꯨꯄꯤ ꯇꯪꯉꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯕꯦꯡꯒꯥꯂꯤꯗꯒꯤ ꯅꯥꯒꯥꯂꯦꯟꯗ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯦ
Their fingers 3.5k in the hands of
ꯑꯄꯦꯁꯤꯅ
Nyamyo.
ꯕꯦꯡꯒꯥꯂꯤ ꯁꯩꯌꯥ ꯅꯥꯒꯥꯂꯦꯟ
Probably lose onto this turtle as well because Wisteria is just not
Hindi,
there.
hindi.
Finally, an important opening coming in for the side of Why So Weak. Maybe not.
Tang unlocked, but didn't use it. Actually, I think he did as well. Went down thanks to the Frosty Breeze alongside that CC that was provided. I think scared. Nyamyo gang dominating the game, but what does Why So Weak have to do to make it come?
At this point, I really just think that they have to work around with the overextension that Nyamyo are actually having.
Gets caught off with the deadly grasp. After the thorn, beautiful connect from Charizard X, but the crossbow tank is unlocked. But 27 in the midst of it gets taken down. And I think Joseph is providing that Julius can't come in. They're buying time. It's slowly coming to that boiling point here. And I think Nyamyo gang need to start thinking about the end game right now.
My greedy nature would have definitely gone in after that SOD connect. I don't care. I just give it a kill on me. I'm going 0 to I'd rather go in for those kills, but it's absolutely fine. Good patience. Again.
Went that for the threads of flowers. Oh, the curse blast coming in from Shenzu. This is what I was talking about. But Julius able to dodge that. Gets the Spear of Misery with the Phantom Execution. Mysteria gets caught out with the AOG. He goes down. Charizard
killing spree.
Got the team on his back on 5-1-3 KDA. Able to survive. But guess what? They want to go for the re-engage. I think Karma hits with the Ring of Punishment.
He's low in it, totally.
Just want to basically been a nightmare for Wisteria. 4 out of 5 times. Charizard minion directly eventually got or himself killed Wisteria. But again, greedy build, going in for the Hunter Strike along with the Blade of Heptases as well. Look at he does have the Spear of Alpha. I don't think he's going for it. He gets taken down, killing spree. But at the same time, a little too late. But Charizard X, oh my goodness, he got the shut down by 27. Meanwhile, on the top side, scared Julius picking up the spoils in the mid lane as well to get the pressure down. But the Lord is the one that they turn to focus on Nyamyo gang. They will be able to take the Lord, it's absolutely fine. But again, a good macro coming in this time around, at least understanding that they don't really want to go head-on fighting against the other side. But Wisteria, no particular way of stopping him until and unless Shenzu from Ohio lands in a nasty keeping a man in Washington DC. But here's the thing, it's not going to work every single time. He is being targeted by Wisteria on that Lancelot. Even though Charizard X is jumping in, hopping in at the correct time, and as you said, this was the perfect time for Linwood to hop into, use the AOG on Blisk. Charizard X has punished Wisteria perfectly through the entire duration.
Bro, this is mid spells eh. Vengeance will ban away.
I just got to land onto someone and I
bro. No out the luck doesn't bro. I have a no out the
why so weak? Might look like they'll just play in for a comeback. Just Lord defense has to
luck plus
bro. And I'd say no, okay. I'm gonna ask this. You did point out Wisteria, they don't have to answer for him. So
skill issues mobile why should we take 24 green to ways bro my take place in the like hanging
you have to wait whatsoever. Maybe if your Julius is going to buy in the winter,
why should we take 24 green to win why not
prioritize the winter
24 green gajer khana mein thora boosting company ma ko sada le raha moi senju hyper by ram ne koi
That's me bro nang ke bhai ke ba manung du yo wa to den ko
basically bombard him with the crowd control.
normal de mai manung de sanai ja ko dum sana lai ne bro moi smart ke phat pe to na te ko nang u na te bro ba no sa wa ngang bi to
mind blowing stuff.
This is reason why
on that
Let me how did it hide
this man, you gotta watch out for him.
Then Julius ki status ka do ur din na pun ni sini na wala live bro
quick word
asing silo sak sana do ni mo je oi thong na loi ram ni
mai te alu card place nang ai nayum soi chi bala ni
cái đấy còn
kai mai te alu card place ga jen le
sagat ngang ra wa
ai mo sa nang bio ma nang ma o sa be ya ring aro ipo ni kan khodok chong ni kan bro Gusion of the pai biro ga jen
all the voice changes behind the skills.
Oh, the young bag guy can
could be right now.
I did
it. Playing a near perfect game. I think, he's died 5 times, but he's doing what the Lancelot has to do. He's doing the snowball. Eden, of course, hasn't died a single time. Having a hard time once again. Every time he goes in,
later hello
damage out. They get the whole defense procced in the mid lane scared. But on the bot side,
I see lies how do you lightning whenever so now
solo fight ka to chale ka to ja
pick up
and that solo fight ka to chale le to che kro da
main moin han de ma my man ni ya ire
to na le ka to na
yeah they want to force the engage right now and
bro team no se va bro
oh, the curse of blood connects. SOD missed. But guess what? The free
Diamond pasang ni so mo si ta Diamond chong ba sal de
crossbow tang from Joseph, but not needed.
Yeah, photo dia.
27 was able to buy time, and oh my goodness, he bought some very valuable time as well, preventing Mr. to go out of the team fight, which could have been disastrous for the side of Meow Meow Gang. And I think that was the turning point that they were looking for. ASAP Kelly cleared the road really quick and prevented Mysteria from coming out. Here's the glorious pathway. They want to get the inhibitor, and they try to get out of harm's way. Flickers down to Shinzu. And Meow Meow Gang want to press the advantage, want to claim some more real estate in the land of Dawn.
Ana din Julius mani boys da koi pham lete koi deli jasila
I just tried time and it's all thanks to 27 the opening and now game number 1 onto that Gusion. He was doing a flawless job. Using all of their own skills. And let's have a look at the idea here again. Winter Crown being purchased early. I like it. I love the idea from Kaylee. He's the one who's got to jump into the back line and behind as well. Thunderbolt coming in for Charizard. He's kind of going in for the shield right now. Because again, the damage is
Kill you. What were you thinking? He
like doing
more damage than it connects. And tries to run his own the back line. Gets everyone. They get the full 5-man wipeout.
Kaidoren
completely dominated
by
the one and only Meow Meow Gang, pulling up shop. Trying to get in the base. The 5-man recall taunts coming in.
Ay, hajiki alpha to ke tolo ke suk dilbido.
They claim
Wah, tumningan ni pung baro ta, pung baro
Rockets
heli sana
claim,
ada ni
but
ba.
also the domination and for the times to come,
Nang
the
iu
throne
jauh urung
of
tori
money.
Man ma to dan jung lu tri bo. Ya lu lu game to.
Insane performance from Meow Meow
Game
Gang.
ngay.
It seems like they were the predictions. Eventually 3-0'd the side of Wild so weak. Absolutely ironic out here, but Meow Meow Gang with a phenomenal performance. And every single time I see the games, I say that your mid laner is the one who creates the way, who paths your entire team. And he didn't do exactly that. Look at the amount of damage, how he actually is the one who does most of it. At the same time, 27 of the EXP was literally the sandbag in this entire fight. Even over in the game, we saw it was the bottom side when Charizard was trying to fight for his life against people.
Ai du cái phân luôn là cái gì? Bảo một cái đấy thôi chứ, bảo một cái đấy không một thằng nào chứ, ai hay
Hello, hajiki chan ro do cha.
bảo một cái đấy hay gì đi.
Hello, tabo Julius. Hello.
Call tôi rồi mày.
Tabo Julius.
Tay.
Nang hajiki live for mấy cái chocolate phagi wa den.
Cái em chỉ được cái phim đấy, anh không sao video của
Senju có cái phim đó lagi.
Video của tôi screen share tôi rồi.
Senju có ai tôi lagi. ¿Qué va?
No iba con ella.
Capia.
No iba.
No iba.
Estamos a.
Đi cặp nó khen liệu à?
Rotan ngau jara mà cá đâu mà.
Rotan ngau jara nó hai mươi game đấy ngủ phát ra đấy.
Cái gì cũng không biết cái ai lại lập xin lên này.
Cái này đâu? Đây Discord sao?
Kenal lagi ya.
Đối lên.
Là cái rồi.
Link tag gitu, check lagi.
Lightning mình đó câu rồi thì đợi khai cái. Ang thu mi drop gì mà là ai to cái line những cái điều cái chúng ta tôi có.
Đang ilu solo, bottom đang ngau dom solo. Go.
Nhiều em đã. Tôi mình lấy cái gì thì nó.
Gì cũng nó mua hoài, cái cái mà tôi mua đến là chỉ mình cái.
Ibil kamu tu dah handle link tu ni macam tu to kita sesi ke jadi. Bro game kita up down ni tu bro. Ibil na dung ngam ni have late bro.
Ibil ya đấy đó.
Bây giờ Ibil ya have tốt cho 19 đã lôi cái salo không ta.
You had Julius.
Ibil mà chi liu rồi, ini dia.
Ai game so.
Ai lui game pada. Tengah baru mau kayak dia udah.
Bukan tak kerja.
Baru minta lah ya.
Caramba, no way link tha gì vậy? Cái đó Lisa.
Trên su thì group tôi sao?
Cái tôi hay rồi.
Trên su thì cái tiền tôi đi cái lên trên su giờ rồi tao hay.
Discord link 됐어. 왜 이렇게 나와요? Discord link 됐어.
Julius sao? Julius sang Julius. Eh, Milo tu sang tu. Milo tu Julius. Eh, Julius Milo tu.
Hello.
Anh cái nó. Lại nhà đâu rồi. Tôi dùng thôi.
YouTube này. Thôi này.
I know, don't you go around to do it. Chỉ có thế thì bị thế này rồi sao?
Tapi nè đi xa cái đó nè, đi xa cái đó baru sang win ching rồi.
Saktu nang zalo.
Chắc lẽ.
ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯃꯦ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕꯒꯤ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯀꯥꯔꯗ
ꯍꯖꯤꯔꯥ ꯁꯨꯔꯁꯦ ꯂꯤꯁꯥ ꯍꯖꯤꯔꯥ
ꯍꯖꯤꯔꯥꯗ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯩ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯂꯥꯏꯅꯤ ꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯏꯕꯨꯡꯉꯣ ꯂꯨꯄꯥ 300 ꯁꯨꯔ ꯇꯥꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯏꯗꯣꯗ
ꯂꯨꯄꯥ 300 ꯅꯣꯡꯃꯗ
300 ꯇꯥꯟꯈ꯭ꯔꯕꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯁꯨ ꯕꯨꯁꯇꯤꯡ ꯑꯇꯩ ꯄꯥꯏꯇꯟꯗꯅ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯔꯥ ꯄꯥꯏꯗꯕꯤ ꯋꯥꯊꯤ ꯁꯨ ꯂꯩ
ꯆꯠꯂꯣ ꯏꯔꯨꯖꯧ ꯆꯠꯂꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯊꯨꯗꯧꯔꯦꯕ ꯒꯦꯝꯅꯤ ꯉꯥꯏ ꯅꯪꯅꯤ ꯉꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯁ꯭ꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯝ ꯊꯥ ꯉꯥꯏꯁꯦ
ꯃꯤ ꯊꯤꯔꯅꯤ ꯃꯊꯪꯒꯤ ꯃꯊꯪꯗꯤ ꯊꯤꯔꯅꯤꯌꯦ ꯅꯪ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯗꯔ ꯃꯊꯪꯗꯤ ꯂꯥꯏ ꯈꯨꯔꯨꯝꯃꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯔꯔꯣꯏ ꯃꯊꯪꯗ ꯇꯧꯔꯒꯅꯦ
ꯁꯥ ꯆꯥ ꯂꯥꯏ ꯈꯨꯔꯨꯝꯃꯣ ꯚꯥꯏ
ꯍꯦꯟꯖꯥꯡꯗꯤ ꯀꯩ ꯍꯦꯟꯖꯥꯡ ꯊꯣꯡꯉꯤ ꯅꯤꯡꯒ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯍꯣꯏꯗ
ꯅꯠꯇꯦ
ꯅꯠꯇꯦ ꯅꯪ ꯑꯩ ꯍꯜꯂꯛꯄ ꯊꯥꯗꯕ ꯌꯥꯔꯣꯏꯗ꯭ꯔꯣ
ꯂꯥꯏ ꯈꯨꯔꯨꯝ
ꯀꯩ ꯏꯟꯖꯥꯡ ꯊꯣꯡꯒꯦ ꯖꯨꯂꯤꯌꯁ
ꯑꯇꯩ ꯗꯨꯀꯥꯟ ꯍꯥꯡꯉꯨꯝ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯨꯅ
ꯗꯨꯀꯥꯟ ꯍꯥꯡꯕ ꯑꯩ ꯆꯨꯞꯊꯈꯤꯗꯣꯔꯦ
ꯋꯤꯟꯖꯤꯡꯗꯣꯔꯦ
ꯋꯤꯟꯖꯤꯡꯒꯤꯗꯣꯔꯦ
ꯅꯠꯇꯦꯃꯤ ꯌꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯕ ꯈꯪꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯌꯦꯡ ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯤꯗꯣ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯨꯅꯦ ꯇꯥꯏꯒ꯭ꯔꯦꯜꯒ ꯀꯔꯃꯤꯂꯥ ꯇꯧꯁꯜꯂꯛꯑꯦ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯃꯥꯅ ꯄꯥꯏꯗꯣꯏ ꯄꯣꯠꯁꯦ ꯑꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯃꯊꯪꯗ ꯇꯧꯔꯒꯦ ꯅꯪ ꯀꯩ ꯌꯦꯟꯖꯥꯡ ꯊꯣꯡꯒꯦ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯛꯑꯣꯕ ꯀꯌꯥꯝ ꯋꯥꯏ ꯈꯪꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯕ ꯊꯨꯒꯤ ꯋꯥꯅꯤ
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛ
ꯁꯦꯟꯖꯨꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯅꯐꯨ ꯕꯨꯁꯇꯤꯡ ꯇꯧꯗꯅ ꯇꯨꯝꯗꯕꯤ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯔꯛꯄꯤꯅꯦꯃꯤ
ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯤꯕꯣ
ꯀꯩꯝꯕꯨꯗꯤ ꯈꯟꯗꯦꯕ ꯑꯩꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯈꯪꯉꯕꯅꯦ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯔꯅꯤꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯗꯦꯕ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯍꯩꯕ ꯇꯥꯔꯒ ꯀꯥꯎꯟꯇꯔ ꯆꯠꯂꯦꯕ ꯊ꯭ꯔꯨꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯏꯞꯇ
ꯅꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯍꯤꯔꯣ ꯄꯨꯜꯗꯨꯅ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯨꯅꯦ ꯇꯥꯏꯒ꯭ꯔꯦꯜꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯕꯦꯟ ꯇꯧꯁꯟꯕꯤꯔ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯕꯤ ꯃꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯊ꯭ꯔꯨꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯏꯞꯇ
ꯍꯣꯏ ꯗꯨꯀꯥꯟ ꯂꯩꯇꯦ ꯁ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗ ꯅꯪ ꯍꯜꯂꯛꯈꯤꯔꯣꯏꯗ꯭ꯔꯣ
ꯏꯔꯨꯖꯔꯨꯔꯣ ꯅꯪ
ꯆꯠꯂꯣ ꯅꯪ ꯈꯣꯏꯊꯨ ꯇꯧꯔ ꯁꯤ ꯏꯔꯨꯖꯧꯕꯁꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯉꯥꯡꯉꯤꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯤꯅꯣ
ꯀꯩ ꯅꯪ ꯇꯧ ꯍꯥꯏ ꯇꯧꯕꯗ ꯑꯩ ꯋꯥꯔꯤ ꯇꯥꯏ ꯆꯪꯉꯦ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯕꯥꯠꯔꯨꯝꯗ ꯊꯝꯃꯦ
ꯖꯨꯂꯤꯌꯁ ꯃꯈꯣꯟꯁꯦ ꯇꯥꯔꯒ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯔꯤꯅꯣ ꯈꯪꯗꯦ ꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯕꯣꯝ ꯆꯠꯁꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯍꯨꯝ ꯀꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯆꯠꯄ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯑꯣ ꯅꯣꯏ ꯂꯥꯛ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯛꯑꯣꯅꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯩ ꯏꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯝ ꯃꯨꯠꯊꯠꯂꯒꯦ ꯏꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯝ ꯃꯨꯠꯊꯠꯂ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯁꯤ